start the show?
We're talking about how I'm gonna fucking destroy you in Smash Brothers.
When should we cut in to the show? What topic do we want to be talking about?
Can't talk about it.
I feel like it's kind of forced if you try to decide on a topic before.
Let's talk about how eating ass is mainstream.
We can talk about how eating ass is mainstream now to start the show.
Rick's got a challenger.
Hey guys, thanks for watching Stopgap. It's the week of January 31st. And you're...
Wait, Rick bought a challenger?
Yeah, that'd be sick.
You're watching Stopgap.
I don't know if sick is the word.
Yeah.
How about
I drive a Kia, motherfucker. Fucking Kia. I'm on that.
Kia.
No, who's my challenger now?
No, apparently I was checking Reddit. You have a challenger of someone building authentic jam on toast.
Oh,
yeah, right.
That's fine.
Yeah.
It's not going to work.
Yeah. I can.
When's the Bangers and Mash coming out?
I don't know, man. Like, I just need that good sausage flavor in my mouth. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, can I get a McGriddle recipe for real?
Just use the sausage fat.
Dude, I might actually. That might be like a sort of savory recipe that I would vape.
I think so too.
If you could do a sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddle.
I do a McGriddle milkshake too.
Like,
I don't know about
get some meat flavor in.
Oh yeah, you make everything a milkshake. That's the move.
Yeah, that's good.
That's the move right there. That's the 2018 vaping move.
You use the batter too instead of like, oh yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
What
know
sounds better?
Put cake batter and everything.
Or peanut butter milkshake.
I don't know if you could do a sausage flavor that wasn't absolutely disgusting, but you can kind of fake bacon with some smoke.
You just use the fat.
Yeah.
The fat from sausage.
Rick actually made an excellent rendition of Wendy's chili.
I mean, but then you got to get the egg, which is kind of neutral. You could probably figure out a way to do the egg, but then you got to get the cheese.
Yeah, the cheese is going to be a son of a bitch. I've tried a couple of like aggressive cheese flavors, and it's never a good idea.
Or you just don't, because no one tastes that cheese anyway. You're good.
In a McGriddle?
It's just extra like unctuous. Like that's the great thing about American cheese. I go back and forth with a girlfriend about American cheese. American cheese is fucking the pinnacle of technology, and if you don't put it on your burger, it's fucking up.
Yeah, because you do.
It really is
on your burgers.
Yeah, I hate people who have a hamburger. That bothers me. People go, I'm gonna have a hamburger without a fucking cheese.
What is a hamburger?
I don't know.
It's a intolerant cheeseburger.
Yeah, it's a burger without cheese, and it's irritating.
Who likes hamburgers? Who enjoys eating?
The real question is, who likes
I
people that like hamburgers?
You like a hamburger instead of a cheeseburger?
Yeah, a lot of times, like when I order from Five Guys, I'll get the burger. I'll get just the regular burger with the stuff I like on it, not the cheese, not a cheeseburger.
Really? But it's the shit that's so much better.
It just depends. Like if somebody hands me a cheeseburger, I'm not gonna be like, no, ew, peel the cheese off. It's just
you
if I
can
have my choice. If I go to Five Guys, then usually I don't get a cheeseburger.
Well, what do you put on?
Who are you? What planet are you from?
Usually it's like Five Guys. It's raw onion, pickles, like a little bit of mayonnaise.
Okay.
That's it.
I get both types of onion. I'm that guy.
You get grilled in.
I feel like it's got to be either or, and I like the contrast of the raw onion.
They both have their pros.
You can go to Fatburger and really bust your balls and get sliced and diced. You can get some sliced and some diced.
I found out that Five Guys has a grilled cheeseburger where it's 2 grilled cheeses. Not even kidding.
You know who invented that? You know where that came from? The first place that did that was
Friendly's. Really high.
It was Friendly's. You could get this like giant burger, and the buns were grilled cheese sandwiches.
Do you guys have Checkers by
What is Friendly's? Is that like a meetup app or something?
It's Graham's favorite thing.
Yeah.
You know that it's still around. It's still a restaurant.
Yeah.
No, I've
Craigslist the restaurant.
Never made it.
You know, when I was a kid, that like my parents would take us to. There weren't like a ton of restaurants that were like close to us where we lived when I was like in elementary school. So like Friendly's was one of the ones, and we'd go there once in a while. That was like a big deal because like, if you finished your food, then you could get an ice cream. You could get one of their crazy special ice creams. So
I've never had it, but I do know some people who like swear by it.
they have this this peanut butter sauce that's like really good.
Oh God, really? That sounds delicious.
Yeah, it is. I have the recipe saved somewhere.
Oh really? Oh,
it opened up my eyes the first time I had an In-N-Out burger with chopped chilies on it.
Yeah.
That's
they have
fucking fire.
How do you feel about their secret menu?
I'll be honest, man. In-N-Out's perfectly acceptable, but like I don't get the hype.
Yeah.
like it's perfectly
It's just because you
acceptable.
can't
It's like a fine fast food burger, but it's not like this mind-blowing experience that everybody always swears that it is.
No, it's a comfort pick, and at the same time, you just order the burger there because the fries suck.
Right.
The fries.
God.
Just throw out the
And
fries.
unless you get them
Somebody
animal
told me that
style,
they're-
and then they
somebody
don't tell
told me
you
they're
about it. I don't
milkshakes.
like these.
Somebody told me their milkshakes are really good
Yeah, they're
too,
good.
but I've never
They
had
are.
them.
The milkshakes.
The milk-
It's
milkshake
just their fries.
I kind
burgers
of
with
think
waffle.
you have to grow up. I kind of think you have to grow up with In and Out for it to be like that comfort food pick for you.
Like Cool Whip.
Yeah, but
You gotta
even-
grow up with Cool Whip
fries.
to like it. Ugh.
Yeah. Or
even if you're
Miracle
from
Whip, like you have to
an
grow
area
up
that
with
has
Miracle
it, though.
Whip to enjoy that, because Miracle Whip is fucking disgusting.
Miracle is
Hey.
Miracle
Whip
Whip,
is-
Miracle Whip is a
I hate
fucking
that they call it
affront to
salad
human
dressing.
society.
Miracle Whip is disgusting, but
My-
Big Mac sauce has Miracle Whip in it.
True.
Yeah, but it doesn't
Yeah,
taste
Big
like
Macs
Miracle
are
Whip anymore.
fucking gross.
Big Mac sauce,
Oh,
delicious.
Whoppers and
Yeah,
Big
Big
Macs.
Mac
both
sauce is
taste
great,
dicks.
but like,
Well, that's what they
and
put
even-
on
But it's
the
but it's
fries.
if it has
bigger
Miracle
than
Whip
the
in it-
sum of its parts.
Right. If it has Miracle Whip in it, that doesn't matter because it doesn't taste like Miracle Whip by the time you're done making the Big Mac sauce with it. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like,
I
Just
just don't
Miracle
like
Whip.
So the ideal burger is like taking Shake Shack's potato bun,
Yeah.
I'm with you. Keep going.
grilling that, and then you get two
Keep
flat
talking.
patties,
I'm almost there.
and you do it Dyer style, where you basically fry them in hot oil, put the cheese in the oil as you lift them out, so the cheese melts, and then you fry onions, and that's it. Put some mustard on it, call it a day.
That sounds good. But
Yeah.
honestly, I think just the like a little bit of mayonnaise is a better accentuating condiment for a hamburger.
I wish I never knew.
I like
mayonnaise.
mayonnaise on burgers too, so I'm
Just
down
a
with
little
that as well. You can
Just a
also mix the mayonnaise and mustard.
I was gonna say no mix.
What type of
all-
mustard though? Are you talking just like regular like yellow elementary school mustard, or are you?
If you put a shit ton of fried onions, the best condiment for it would be that punchy yellow French
French's?
mustard. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm really hoping, like, one of my goals is my kid is never going to eat an American cheese slice while he's in the house, and he's never going to have any of that yellow French's mustard.
That's
There you
so.
go.
Like he's going to actually have like good stuff and not think. And he's never had a slice of white bread, like never had a slice of Wonder Bread. Going to keep that going too.
That's good.
Good idea.
Don't make him eat the shit with
Hey,
sunflower.
but that shit makes the best croutons though.
It does.
Yeah.
But
Now, I think my goal, like, not that I have children, but if I were to have children, I think
Oh,
my big
goal.
goal would be to introduce them to spicy food early, because I feel like you have to have a taste for it. And people that eat a lot of spicy food seem to be happier than people that don't.
That's
Yeah.
it's good. No, it's because it
How annoying would it be
blocks
having
all of your-
cook and someone being like, "No, I don't like anything spicy." Fuck
Yeah.
you. My food.
Yeah, no, like the spice freaks are happier because it blocks your pain.
Who gives them
Well,
that
you can't
activity?
think of anything. You just it's spice. Cool.
I'm just saying, like, as a fat dude, I've noticed that with spicier food, I don't tend to eat nearly as quickly, and I think just that alone is completely worthwhile. I just happen to not like an overwhelming amount of spice. I just want them to get used to like a heavy spice load, so it automatically self-regulates. It feels like
Give them Cajun, dude. Just give them Cajun.
I'm just saying, it feels like the skinny people who like spicy food are happier than I am.
Oh,
And
yeah, dude.
I want them to have some of that.
For sure.
Until I started
We
eating
tried
spicy
it.
food, I just cut myself.
We try to introduce him to like tons of different foods, but he's in like he's like almost 3, so he's in a phase where he doesn't really want to eat
Blows
anything
his asshole out.
except for like the couple little things that he really likes: grilled cheese sandwiches and pizza, French fries, mac and cheese, like that kind of stuff. And we try to get him to eat. We try to get him at least try other things as much as possible, because I want him to be. I don't want him to be a 5-year-old that only eats chicken nuggets and French fries.
Yeah.
I want him to try other stuff.
No.
Certainly don't want him to
My
be a
sister's
45-year-old.
about that. Her kids, or my older sister, her kids eat like avocado, Havarti, all sorts of, exotic foods. Not so much anymore, but she makes them like arugula salads and shit, and they'll eat them.
My daughter is.
That's good.
I gotta tell that to my cousin.
She took antipasto for lunch to school like almost every day. My daughter.
Okay, hell yeah.
Yeah, but she's one of those disgusting blogger moms, so she probably hovers a lot.
My
Yeah.
daughter doesn't have kids.
Like, I'm not arguing that, like, like people are gonna grow up how they grow up, and that's fine or whatever. Like I'm not like trying to like food shame anybody, but like I grew up on fucking huge amounts of carbs and like fucking bland ass food. And when I'm stressed out, when I'm stressed out, like that's exactly where I go. Like that's my fucking home base, and it would be really nice to like decent food when I'm feeling shitty, as opposed to just wanting to go back to just fucking carbo loading and getting all the salt in me, you know?
Mm-hmm. I think I should tell that to my cousin.
I have that. Yeah.
Baking a whole bag of tater tots.
Yeah, seriously, like that should not be a good stress relief valve. Like, I should be more into salad. I'm just
sweet potato tots. Those are better. Those are a lot better.
No, they're not. Sweet potato tots are bullshit because you can't cook them high enough that they don't burn.
No, they're better for you. So they told me.
Like a restaurant, I definitely like sweet potato fries because they can get it right with the deep fry and everything. You can get like the right texture and consistency and everything, but I don't enjoy sweet potato fries or tater tots at home because of what you just said. They're so hard to cook well.
You need a deep fryer.
You know what the secret is behind all those sweet potato fries that are good? It's the fact that they also use real potatoes.
Oh yeah,
dude,
sure,
I'm not a fan of sweet potato fries at all.
Yeah.
What about bacon?
What do you mean that they use real potatoes too?
They'll either coat them in potato starch. They'll do all sorts of stuff to get them crispy because regular sweet potatoes don't crisp up when you fry them. Period.
Because tots are like, and fries when you get at home are like mashed and shit, right? And then they form them.
It's just the starch content's not high enough, and the sugar content's too high, so they burn.
Yeah,
makes sense.
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying. Like, but isn't like fries that you do at home? Aren't they like mashed first and then they kind of form them, or are they sliced from regular potatoes?
They're usually just sliced from regular potatoes. But
and then they dust them.
But it's all about blanching and how you blanch your fries that
air fryer
determines how crispy they come out.
And they're also like chemically treated with like, I don't know, I want to say lye, although that's super like alarmist, but like highly like basic agents to like break down and gelatinize the outer structure.
You can bury your body when you're done.
And all sorts of other fancy shit.
They usually do that because the sugars tend to go to the outside of the fry when you freeze them, which basically means that when you fry them, you get really dark fries, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they also do that because potatoes naturally oxidize, so they turn brown.
They turn red.
They turn red and then brown.
Yeah, well,
like me,
but like straight black. They'll get straight fucking black.
Yeah, which isn't necessarily appealing. So they do coat them and shit a lot.
Whoa, dude. Why don't you back up on the race?
Yeah, seriously, dude. That's fun,
buddy.
That's the secret with the homemade hash browns too. You gotta get all the excess. Everybody always skips that step. They'll shred up the potatoes and then just like throw them right in. But you gotta like rinse them real good and then put them in a tea towel or something and squeeze all the excess water out before you put them in the oil.
Totally.
You should blanch them first. Start them and boil them.
And finish them in butter.
Yep. Good oil and butter. There you go.
And I think the biggest thing though, when you're cooking potatoes at home, is people don't use enough fucking salt.
Yeah,
it's pure starch. It's pure starch. You gotta coat that shit in salt.
I think that's the number one thing that people don't use in home cooking. Period, is like seasonings. Like they don't season
pepper and all spices.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like most people don't taste as they're cooking either.
Right.
You know what I mean? They just like follow the recipe or start throwing stuff in, but they don't like taste it through the process to see if you need to change anything.
Yeah, they season at the end and they're like, that tastes like shit. But
that's one of my things.
You don't have an air fryer?
That's one of my issues with the Instapot, because once you have it locked up, like you have to let that cooking cycle go, so you can't really taste it while it's doing it.
I got an air fryer.
It's amazing, right? You use it a lot?
Yeah, it's real good for fucking pizza rolls, dude.
Oh, dude, it's all the things.
How does an air fryer work?
Bro, I'm telling you, it's amazing.
It just pulls in. It just pushes in fresh hot air. It's a convection oven that's just, I don't know.
But it legit fries shit, like like things that you couldn't put in the microwave, like
because
French fries. It revives like
pizza. It sort of dehydrates the outside of the food, and that's why it fries it.
So it like mimics frying.
Yeah, pretty good too. Like not.
It's got a fan that moves a lot of air, a decent amount of air for how small they are, and then that's right behind a heating element. So just gets it.
I should probably get one of those.
It's surprisingly good.
Disappointed by my Instant Pot. I do have to say that.
I mean, it's a pressure cooker.
Yeah, it's a pressure cooker, but it's also like for the promise of something that's going to make my life easier.
I mean, it can, but it's not going to make it taste better.
Yeah.
I mean, it takes fucking like 30 minutes to make chili instead of 8 hours.
Right. Like that's what I mean. It makes it does make it easier. It makes it way quicker. It doesn't necessarily make it better.
I'm so tired of all the fry hate though, because like honestly, frying, if you do it right, is a dry form of cooking.
But most people don't have the oil hot enough.
Yeah, so it gets soggy, and that's the problem.
It absorbs the oil instead of just being there to cook it. Yeah.
So
if you make shitty food, Google why you made shitty food.
So did you guys hear about this big old measles outbreak?
Yeah, I wanted to ask Concrete like what the hell's going on in his neck of the woods out there.
Oh, it's out there now too. Is it anti-vaxxers?
Oh,
tell me it's
dude,
anti-vaxxers.
Yes.
Strain resistant.
Did you vaccinate your hamster?
Yeah, he's been vaccinated with all sorts of things. No, the Northwest has this weird strain of like credulous hippies combined with the whole Western state you can't tell me what to do mentality. It's a really toxic combination.
I mean, you're close to
basically.
Vancouver, and like Vancouver is not known for the nicest people always.
I mean, no, Vancouver is a strangely fucking weird city to have in the Northwest, but like there's the whole crunchy granola thing, and like that leads into the whole like fucking chemtrails, like mercury in the vaccines kind of shit. But then you put those people out west where nobody assumes that you actually want to listen to the government anyway, and it's just you have a bunch of people in fucking 2019 getting measles because they can't vaccinate little fucking Caden or like Moonbeam or whatever. It's terrible.
I'm really curious to what the crunchy granola thing is.
Yeah.
No, I don't know that reference.
You never heard that term before?
No, I haven't.
Have you been to a food co-op?
Yeah.
Okay, imagine a food co-op, and then you pretty much have
everything's granola.
It's funny because
everything's made into some other weird bullshit.
No, it's just like a offhand way of it's just like a euphemism for dirty hippie.
Okay.
Basically.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But like there's a bunch of people that have like maintained like some of like the hippie-ish kind of counterculture thing, but it's also mixed with like some weird like tech bro money, and so you have people that like run barefoot and don't vaccinate their kids but still make $200,000 a year.
I just wish like it was stupid people putting themselves at risk instead of like putting children at risk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like it's
especially
so fucked up. Like I can't even feel good about there being a measles outbreak in an anti-vax area because it's not the fucking anti-vaxxers that are the real
and all
victims
of the
of this.
anti-vaxxers are vaccinated.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because like I don't doubt that most of these people are well intentioned, but there is that weird strain of like countercultural like leftist thing where like people aren't vaccinating their kids, and it kind of wraps back around to some sort of like weird reactionary paranoia conspiracy thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like you talk about like the political spectrum, right? Like it isn't like from here to here. It's like that. It's a circle. And the people who don't vaccinate their kids all fall on the bottom half of that circle right before it wraps around. One of them is just super afraid of Muslims.
All right, man.
I don't know.
Hey, Jerry.
Yeah.
Have you gone outside today?
Yeah, I have actually.
How cold is it there?
Dude, it's fucking cold here, man. It's like it's like 38 right now.
Such a pussy.
It only got up to 52 today. It is fucked.
Nah, here today was like -9 with the wind chill of like -28-ish to 30s.
Oh, there are people watching this. Okay.
So how bad? I've never been in -28 wind chill weather. Like how bad is that?
I'm the wrong person to ask that.
Okay.
I was born in the winter and I'm a winter hockey. Like I used to have. No, seriously.
That's the hockey fan with a monitor tan.
True. No, but exactly, dude. I don't go out in the summer. I go out in the winter. Like I used to have a tradition of like going shirtless snowboarding every New Year. So like I went outside and was like, oh, it's a little nippy. Where it gets bad is wind chill because that will just get through everything. Like if it's really windy, but otherwise you're just like, okay, yeah, it's fine. And then you walk in after 5 minutes and realize your hands are numb. And then you start realizing like, oh, okay, this might be serious. But like actual feeling wise, you're just kind of like, I'm used to this.
Yeah. Well, okay. Let me explain it for you, Matt. You know how like going outside in winter hurts your face, right?
Yeah.
Now imagine not being able to breathe because the air hurts your lungs.
Yeah, it can do that, yeah.
Yeah, I saw like negative 60s for like Minnesota. I was like,
Have you ever like stuck your head out of a car window while it's going down the freeway? You have. Every guy has. We've all wanted to be like, what's the big deal with this? Why do dogs enjoy this so much? So we stick it out. You know how you can't you're trying to fucking breathe, but you can't because the wind is blowing in your face so hard? It's like that, except everything else is also freezing.
It's like Arnold Schwarzenegger on Mars. Totally.
There you go. There you go.
It's not the exact same thing, but I've worked a good amount in like commercial freezers, especially when the reefer units kick on and you get that kind of blast of like super chilled air. It's not awful if you're bundled up and you're actively moving. The second you stop moving,
if you're sitting still,
you're fucked.
Yeah. But like if you're just walking around about your day, you're just kind of like, it's pretty cold, but like it's nothing.
The thing with these lows was that it wasn't cold, it was wind chill. So like even if you're moving around, you're getting fucked.
Yeah, it's like, because the way those like reefer units work, like they have big fans that blow in, and whenever those kick over, it gets 800 times less pleasant.
Yeah. No, it's whenever it's windy. It's
fine after 5 minutes. You can't even feel it. That's how you die. Like an old man being exiled by the Eskimos. Just like, you know what? You're too old to fish for us. Go out in the cold.
I recommend that everybody who has to go outside in that weather throw some freight. That was usually how I stayed warm, was throwing freight. So find some things to pick up and put down. And
you gotta just do. You gotta be doing something basically. Otherwise, it does become kind of dangerous.
Yeah,
but that's mostly also okay because right now the only thing that's actually sucked about this whole polar vortex is it's America. We have one major natural gas company that does heating for the entire state. They managed to set the place that holds 64% of the reserve on fucking fire.
Yeah, that was like big news today.
Yeah, how the fuck do you you have one job? Like,
and then they're like, hey guys,
that bad?
Hey guys, turn down your thermostats.
Right.
Like, and then if they don't turn down their thermostats, they're going to like the gas company is going to restrict the flow of gas.
Yeah, and like forcibly do it.
Like, how the fuck do you expect people to do that? You realize, like,
is that even legal to do though?
You realize that gas wouldn't escape anywhere if you had just like punched a hole in the tank instead of like blowing it up. It would have just sat there in liquid form because it's so fucking cold. I don't know.
I know. I'm more amazed by the fact that they somehow set it on fire. On like the actual coldest day when it was like negative 20 out, they somehow managed to set this fucking thing on fire. Like, that's impressive.
They were probably trying to fucking heat the tanks.
Yeah.
Went out there with the Elon Musk flamethrower.
Did you see the video in Chicago where they had to set the train tracks on fire?
Yeah, they were taking kerosene and dumping it on the railroad track switches.
Yeah. Yes, that way they could free them up so they could actually move them how they needed to.
Yeah.
I have a question. If you jack off in the Antarctic, does the jizz freeze?
No.
No, considering the Antarctic is where the global warming's happening.
Yeah, well,
actually, the Antarctic.
Michigan, excuse me.
Antarctic's warmer than here right now.
Anchorage, Alaska had a high of like 42 today.
I also wonder how many people have Googled this.
Yeah.
No,
new thing that's the worst. New thing that's the worst about extreme cold is you get every single dipshit saying, "Well, it's cold out now, so climate change doesn't exist." Yeah. That's the worst.
The
part.
fucking. That's what I think. Did you guys see Trump's tweet?
No, yeah.
He said, "Global warming, please come back. We need you." Like,
and it's, okay,
motherfucker. No one in the scientific community has called it global warming for years. It's the right that keeps calling it global warming because it's an easy way to deny it.
Right. The actual scary part though about cold is that it's the fact that you don't feel it.
Like, after a certain amount of time, yeah.
Yeah,
you feel that shit. You feel that shit right off the bat.
And then you get down.
or the worst part is
the same. Okay, if I touch 100-degree heat, it's gonna feel worse to me than like -30 out. Like -30, I'm gonna feel and be like, oh, this fucking sucks. But it's not like an instant like reaction of my hand is literally burning. So that's what I mean. Like you don't feel it.
No, like the big problem is like with cold, even if you bundle up well, you can still fuck yourself over by bundling up too well.
Yeah, and then you start sweating.
Like with heat, there's a way to escape it. You get naked and start spraying yourself with a fucking spray bottle. Like that works.
Yeah, no, I mean like excessive heat versus excessive cold. Like if you stick your hand on your oven, or like burner, you're gonna feel that instantly react.
Well, yeah,
and like cold, you're just gonna be like, this fucking sucks. And then in 2 minutes, you're not feeling it, and then in 5 minutes, you're dead. With never feeling it. That's the scary part.
Yeah. Oh man. So speaking of that jacking off question, I got a Harry Potter question for you.
I too jack off to Harry Potter.
All right. So let's say, which one? The early ones or the later ones? I like 3. They're right at the perfect age. But no, right? So hypothetical situation. Harry Potter. It was for fucking high school age students. They were getting down, right? And they had magical abilities like fucking Polyjuice Potion.
Man, I read this thread on Reddit too.
Yeah. This is what made me think of it. If you and your girlfriend polyjuice to be each other, is it gay if you let yourself fuck you?
No.
It's a little narcissistic.
Well, no, because I mean, it's narcissistic for her too.
It is.
I mean, if I was hotter, I'd be into it.
Yeah, I think that's the correct answer.
Yeah, like if I actually wanted to look at myself with no clothes on, then sure, yeah, that'd be awesome.
How do twins not get like an identity crisis? Like I was thinking about that, and if someone could just Polyjuice Potion to fucking look exactly like me, that would sketch me out so fucking hard.
Yeah, but I mean, twins have been together. They were born together. You know what I mean? So I think that's a totally different thing than if you just like suddenly had a twin when you're like 30 years old. All of a sudden, there's somebody that looks just like you because the twin grew up with you.
Oh man, but no, the Harry Potter universe, it opens up a lot of questions. Glenn
Most
Donaldson,
of them strange and sexual.
Glenn Donaldson, that's not survival mode. Your hand just straight up gives up when it goes into cold. And he said, if I go into my fridge, my hand goes into survival mode and shuts down and goes purple nails and dead white hands. Like, that's not.
Well, technically, your body goes into survival mode and cuts off blood supply to your extremities.
Yeah.
To maintain body temperature.
Did you just actually the guy who apparently almost froze to death already?
Yeah.
Yeah. I did.
Oh, teach him.
Well, actually,
imagine like fucking being in the cold and dying.
Oh man, I haven't been reading.
Miss Frizz just shows up and she's like, "Well, what's going on with his body right now, Carlos?"
Magic school bus just pops out of nowhere.
I haven't been reading the chat. What the fuck happened to Glenn Donaldson? Glenn Donaldson. I read Rancid Syndrome at the same time I was finishing his name.
There was something about going camping at -22, and it's all about survival.
Oh yeah, I know Reynolds. Yo, Glenn Donaldson, come into this room and tell that story. come on air and tell. I want to hear this story. I want to hear the full story. Fucking with mad details.
I want to do winter camping when it's this cold. Fuck no.
Yo, here, join the Discord, and I'll send and say something, and I will send you a link to the call so that you can tell this story.
That's balls I don't even have.
Bro, I wanna hear this shit.
Yeah. Sorry for your loss, but yeah.
I don't even want to go camping in spring. Like,
dude, I love camping, and winter camping can be fun, but like not like this.
Winter camping is getting lit in a fucking ice shack, right?
Yeah,
like
dude,
that's what you Midwesterners do.
Yeah.
Dude, winter camping is setting up a fucking pillow fort in your living room when you have a snow day.
What does that have to do with anything, dead man?
I've seen enough videos on YouTube of people going ice fishing, like building like the ice. They'll have like that little ice house thing, and they cut the hole and they ice fish like that. I've watched enough videos that it looks like a really cool thing to do, but like I totally wouldn't want to do it in real life.
Yeah, I've never gone ice fishing, but I have gone ice shitting, and I can tell you right now, it's pretty great. It's pretty much the same setup as ice fishing, but instead of dropping a line down there, you just drop a deuce. I can't recommend it highly enough. Okay,
why would you shit into a frozen lake?
Well, it's not frozen when you cut the hole in it. At what point does a lake not become frozen? Ooh.
But like, what's the logic behind that? It seems like an awful lot of work to take a shit.
Glenn Donaldson, you click this Discord link in our what the fuck is it? The info section, or what the fuck's that section called, boys?
The description.
The description.
The show more, show less description.
Yeah, in the description, and then if you got a Discord, it'll just pop you into there. If not, you just gotta fucking make a name and join. But then I will send you a link, and if you have a mic, I'm all down. I'm so down to hear this story. What up, Alfred Pudding?
I'm just dripping 25 milligram salts over here. Don't mind me. We're good.
Dude, yeah, me too. But you go through salt so fucking quick like that.
What setup are you using?
It's an old ass fucking, I think, Narda clone that I've just stuck giant 1.8 ohm 28 gauge Canthal coil in. Running it at like a grand total of like 9 watts.
Dude, but that is the nice part about salts, is like you don't really, because you go so high that you don't have to measure the minute amounts anymore. Like with 100 milligram nicotine. Oh, what up, Wayne? We about to have a dude who almost died on.
Who?
Glenn Donaldson, apparently. Apparently he went camping in the winter with his buddy, and it got down to like survival instincts.
Recently?
I don't know.
There's talk of spooning. I want to hear all about the spooning.
I don't know when, but I'm waiting
Rick,
for
you
him.
look so different.
I know, it's so fucked up, isn't it?
What the fuck? You can
I
leave
don't care
for like
for
a month, and all you come back, you're all cleaned up.
Yeah, I know.
I don't
It's
like
terrible. I don't like it either.
Dude,
You need to start picking up that IPA smoke recipe. And
Doesn't he look like an 80s businessman with a Big Mac addiction instead of cocaine?
He looks like an extra in The Wolf of Wall Street.
like he's like
one of the extras in Mad Men.
He's an 80s businessman that never got into cocaine.
Yeah.
Just a missed opportunity, man. If they're passing out cocaine, I'm going to take some.
He's trading penny stocks as we speak.
This is a job application concrete.
Oh, fuck off.
How is concrete going to start working?
Are you
that why
going to grow the beard back out?
We'll see. I had to look vaguely presentable, and I was trimming up my mustache and went too far, and I accidentally gave myself a Hitler. So I had to clean it up.
Yeah,
that's fair.
That's why you always use the comb as an edge.
Dude, I was trying to be conservative, and I just took a little bit too much off one side. It was like, I know where this is going.
You said, well, that's a bit too left.
Yeah. The circle wrapped around there with the fish.
I don't think Rick's ever said that in his life.
You said, let's be conservative, and then you went, well, that's fascist.
Yeah. Too conservative.
Are you okay there, Graham?
Yeah, I know. You hear that? It sounds like I'm 85 years old.
How okay is Graham ever? Really?
Why does your mic sounded pretty good in your other show? It sounds like shit.
Dude, he fucks
it
up.
It sounds like shit. It sounds good right now.
No, now it sounds okay again.
His mic changes every time.
I had it under my armpit.
You just gotta learn to live with it.
Your mic sounds way better on the other show.
It'll change every time.
Please don't start this, Wayne. You don't want to start.
Don't.
This.
Yeah.
Don't want to.
All right, sorry.
Hold on.
Year of episodes
Wayne,
out of this.
did anybody put you up to that?
What?
Saying that his mic sounds like shit.
No.
Okay,
Yeah.
there you go, Graham. It's not a fucking bit. Your mic sounds like shit.
No, I was saying it's a bit. I was doing a bit before. It sounds good now.
No, it doesn't.
the
It
old-
just
the old I was doing.
no,
the
it
old
just
too.
went to
Yeah,
sounding
yeah,
like
yeah.
it's covered in a t-shirt again.
Again, it did right now.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
went
that's
to
what it
like,
sounds like.
it went to, no, it,
How about
it-
now?
it legit,
God,
while
here
you
we
were
go.
Do it
talking,
again.
went
We're
to
done.
this.
We're done. It's
How
over.
about now? Is it good now?
Oh, a half hour later,
Okay.
Graham Still's
Okay,
gonna sound
buddy,
like
him
fucking
saying-
I don't care. I don't care.
But he
You
did
sound
drown,
like
yeah.
garbage. All right.
Poetry audio.
Oh, buddy.
So what's on the agenda? What are you guys chatting about?
Oh,
What's
dude,
the show
we're,
been up to?
we're trying to get this dude. We talked about the cold. Hey, real
covered
quick,
the cold.
if you and your girlfriend are at Hogwarts, right, and you polyjuice to be each other, is it gay if you let her fuck you?
What? Wait, say that over again.
If you and your girlfriend are at Hogwarts, right, and you both polyjuice to become each other, is it gay if she fucks you?
No.
I don't think.
No?
No.
Is it like masturbation at that point?
Mm,
At what point of like an out-of-body experience does masturbation become just straight-on sex with a dude?
it's probably not that good.
It's
It's
more
only-
masturbation than it is gay.
It's only gay if you come.
Okay. Okay. No, well, and if she polyjuices and gets my stamina,
It's like
I'm not
saying
gonna
like
come.
it's like saying when you're,
guaranteed.
is jerking off gay.
Well,
That's kind of
jerking
the
off
same
other
thing.
dudes, yes. Like,
But it's you.
let's-
You're the same dude.
okay, let's say there's a Freaky
you're not
Friday.
dude.
Let's say there's a Freaky Friday situation. You and your
Maybe
best
little
friend
freakier.
switch bodies, right? Now you jerk
Oh.
off your body with his hand. Is that gay?
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
there's
Oh, but
another.
it's-
Yeah,
Technically
but
not
you're
your
just
dick.
jerking off your own dick. Like,
Here's
why
why,
is that
dude.
gay?
No, but it's not your dick.
But it's not your hand.
Okay,
guys
you
both know
okay?
that
Let's
it's not
say,
really
you-
I'm
Freaky
so
Friday.
confused
okay,
now.
okay.
Jerk
You
each
don't.
other off.
Let's say you don't catch the load. Is that less gay, or have you already just crossed that line and it's all it's black and white?
It's all a
at this point?
spectrum. It depends.
Okay, Dave's not on, but yeah, I get it.
I say we bring back calling shit gay, but we just change the connotation. Like it's a positive thing.
Just,
Oh, yeah, dude.
I'm down.
That's a gay idea, dude.
yeah.
I just think you're burying the lead about this entire thing. It isn't about whether or not it makes you homosexual. It's whether or not it's hot, and it's definitely hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
If you're good at dodging loads, you've probably done it before.
Okay,
That's all I'm
okay.
saying.
Then Wayne, how about this? How about this? You and a female friend body swap, and then you jerk you off in her body. Is that gay?
No.
How is it different? How is it? I
She's a
don't see
girl.
how this change. I don't see how this changes.
It's still your body.
Okay, but you and your buddy, like you and your dude buddy, switch bodies, and then you jerk off your body's dick in your.
But then you're using
friend's
another
body.
man's hand.
Yeah,
So
and
what? It's still your dick. You just said
Yeah.
it was your dick, so it wasn't
But it's
gay.
not. It's your
It's
dick and
gay.
your hand.
Okay,
It's
let's say you pass out at a party with an erection. Dude comes up.
So then it's
dude,
rape.
Dude comes up, starts jerking your dick. Is that gay? Letting
Are you coming out, Cole?
No.
Is that what-
I'm
He's
trying
running
to
through a bunch
find.
of scenarios he's
I'm
had.
trying to find
like
where
a
this
dog
body
turned
swap.
to the
Where
roofie.
I want to see where the body swap gay
I'll tell
begins
you where.
and like kink ends.
I'll tell you where.
We
I
figured
think
it
you
out.
use personal experiments. That's what you need to
Let's
do.
say you're at Coachella 2014, buddy Brett slips
Took a little peyote.
Yeah, let's say let's say
As
you're at
soon as
let's say you're
other-
at the
as soon as
train
other
concert.
men's flesh touches your
Yeah.
flesh.
When
Let's
you
say
and
you're
your
at
friends are
train
making up these
concert and the dude
scenarios.
you went with, Chad, starts going down on you in the back seats.
Oh, if he goes
I
down,
would
you
say
know,
it's
doesn't
only
make
gay
it
if you're gay. That's
It's totally fine if
There
he's
you
your
go.
bro though, because then it's just a bro job.
See, that's what I'm saying. You guys are making up a fantasy world. Like, no, you're gay because it didn't really happen, and you're making it up. You're making it like it's a thing, like a Freaky Friday thing, like you're Chris Brown. It's not gonna happen.
Oh,
You're gay.
speaking of Chris Brown, he canceled his fight with Soulja Boy. That happened a while ago, and
Chris
I
Brown was not in Freaky Friday.
and
No, but he had a song with Little Dicky.
Lil Dicky
did he?
for
Yeah.
yeah.
It's Freaky-
Where
they
him
just made
and
that
where him
song.
and Lil Dicky switched bodies.
They just made that
There's
song so they
a
could say the
verse
N-word.
that's just the N-word because Lil Dicky's in Chris Brown's body, so he can say it, and so Chris Brown sings the N-word.
Is that racist? That's a better
verse.
body swap question.
Oh, there's the
Whoa,
question.
way to
All right.
segue.
Oh
Way to
man,
segue.
wait until we got
Like a
we got
segue.
we got a video. We got a video. We got to watch.
That was a.
I don't really want to watch that video. That song's
No, it's great. No,
Oh,
it
it's
doesn't.
pretty bad. It's
We watched.
It's not a good
Marky
song.
Hamill.
It's
for you.
not a great song. Like I'm be real with you, not a
Like
great song.
musical quality wise, no, it's
As
not.
far as mumble rap goes, it's excellent.
It's not even funny. It's just dumb.
Yeah,
But it's
one
like,
joke.
I don't even think it's
One
a
joke
joke.
about how much white dudes want to say the N-word.
How much they are saying it, which is what they're saying. I think it's astonishing how much.
Oh, I know what you're
younger
talking
white
about. I saw that. You posted that in the room, right?
Did I? Wait,
I saw it on
in the-
Reddit.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Where it's like
well,
let the white dude say the N-word or something. That's
Yeah.
the rap
Yeah.
song.
So the viewers haven't seen it. So let me find.
Can we like stop trying to copyright our own show every single week?
What do you
Hey,
mean
can we also
copyright?
just not watch that video? People can Google it. That
Well,
shit
they haven't.
sucks.
They haven't seen it because
Post
they're all
the
watching the
link.
vape game right
It's
now.
All right. None of my co-hosts want to watch a video.
I love
guess
to see it again.
I guess they don't want content.
Yeah, of course you'd love to see it again.
It's my ringtone. Knock it off.
Jesus.
Okay, Tatiana.
That down, Tatiana.
Do you think he was paid to make that video?
By like.
No, I think he made it because he figured it would get him views.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he's got a point though. I think you guys are underestimating the amount that white kids are now saying that word. I think you really are underestimating.
No,
it.
like,
Does not have a point.
It's
No,
not.
that's
No,
what
I
he's
think you
saying,
to an
though.
extent might have a point. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just
They're-
one of
they're
those. Like,
saying
at the
it-
same time, it's like you don't have to show the video to explain the point.
Yeah, I mean he's the guy that's agreeing with him, letting him do it. I mean I'm disturbed by it.
There's literally hundreds of other words. Say some of those instead.
But then that doesn't make sense.
I will
Hundreds?
say.
You can't say let the white kid
But
say.
those
No, I will
words
say,
aren't
America-
in the top 40 songs. They aren't on the radio every day. They aren't what's cool and hip right now. That's the thing. That's the only reason that like these high school white kids at all white schools are saying the word is because they hear it on the radio and it's cool and it's hip.
right.
Yeah,
some of them are
I have a
saying-
few white friends who grew up in pretty rough neighborhoods, and they kind of take on that persona, and they end up just using it, and they get the pass,
Yeah.
you know, by their black friends, and it's an interesting thing. It's more of like a culture and upbringing thing.
That's how it was. What's even more interesting now is like preppy girls, white kids that grew up in like affluent neighborhoods. They're using it like, dude.
And
Like,
they're gonna
it's-
fuck around and say it at the wrong time or in front of the wrong person.
But is that a thing anymore though? Is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like,
it's
is that a
And it's
thing?
still a thing, though.
That is
Oh,
definitely still a thing.
Go test it out, Graham.
No,
let us
I mean,
know.
It's still a thing.
No, I never
Go
wanted
up to some high school kids. What is up, my Annas?
Yeah, no, I've never said that. I never want to say that in front of people.
And then
It's,
they'll go, ew, get away
It's
from
just
me.
not a word that is a very. It's a very like you just can't use it.
It
It's just-
rhymes really well with itself, as Drake has shown us.
Yeah,
Well, as all
Goddamn.
rappers, that's kind of what makes rap so intriguing. Is that it's like an inclusive sort. Like there's a lot of different like language barriers with ebonics and rap that makes it kind of cool because it is like an inclusive thing. And like if you ever hear a rap song and they say certain words that you're just not familiar with, and then you kind of learn about it, and that's kind of that mystique about rap music is pretty cool. But once you kind of give it to like Suburbia and then this video with this guy saying it doesn't quite just doesn't work. It's just not how it is. You know?
It's losing what it is basically
Yo.
like. I think you're really, really, really not like understanding how much white kids are using that word now. Like I think it was like our generation or your guys' generation or maybe the generation 3 times removed from me is they used to say it like that. And it used to be like you were saying, Wayne, like where it's a thing like it was like a thing where only like the urban kids would say it or whatever. But like now it's like every white kid. It's crazy. It really is crazy.
Here we go. Those kids are gonna say it to the wrong person.
Maybe.
And they're gonna end up like this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I think that's what you said to him.
Oh, this is a good link. I like this.
Oh,
link.
this is such a great link.
Let's talk about this again.
Oh.
Oh, you know what?
Bah!
Oh, what? Oh,
God damn!
I know I shouldn't.
God.
God.
No, she's never gonna do it again.
All
That
right.
man is humongous.
For the viewers, we watched the 11-year-old getting punched in the face again.
She's 11.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's
and a
11,
55-year-old
like
man.
6'4". Like he just like killed her.
He's 6'5" and 250.
When you were 11 years old, when you were
Rick-
11
it's
years old,
Rick beating up an 11-year-old.
Came back
That's
from the
taller than I am.
That's bigger than Rick.
when you were 11 years old and a grown-ass man fucking pushed you, would you have come back hands up?
She came back. She's on PCP, clearly.
Dude,
I'll be right back.
she must be on PCP to think she's Superman.
Yeah, she came back
Goes
from
to
that
show
punch.
how dangerous and Bob mentality can be.
Yeah, those
True.
kids
Welcome
are
to Reddit.
terrifying.
Nah, she
More than
probably thought he wasn't gonna do nothing.
Yeah,
That's
she
what
was
happened.
showing off in front of her friends, and he just pushed her
Well,
fucking
that's
daylights out.
okay, but that push shows that he is gonna do so. Like,
He pushed her pretty hard.
yeah, dude, that shows
came back.
100% that like he's.
I don't think
ready.
a push is a assault
again.
move.
I think
No,
he did a good
no,
job
but no, but
de-escalating
it's
the
more like
situation.
it's
Yeah.
more like he's not afraid to put hands on a motherfucker.
Well, it's like a supreme de-escalation move.
Hey,
But
pushed
again-
he pushed the escalation off a cliff.
Yeah.
It was super brave of him to say, "Hey, look, I'm not afraid of you, children."
They were good. There was 40
Yeah.
of them. There was 40 of them. I would be horrified.
It reminds me of have you ever seen season 1 of Silicon Valley?
It's like a teacher.
When he goes out and beats up the kids to get the Adderall back.
Yeah.
Yeah. No shit.
Is that show back on?
I don't know, but they got rid of TJ, whatever his name is, and he's like the funniest part
TJ
about the
Miller.
show.
Yeah, he
Oh,
was.
Dude, okay,
That's great.
TJ Miller is another one of those we lost in the great.
Purging.
Yeah, let's go with purging. And like, no, I've followed TJ Miller for a long time. I'm in no way surprised that
You're a
TJ
plant-
Miller probably raped multiple people.
What?
It doesn't surprise me in any way.
I thought he harassed someone. I didn't think
No,
he-
I don't even.
Yeah, it was
no, it's one of those-
harassment. Yeah.
No, it's
Way
one of
to-
those
way to
things
throw
where like
rape
I
out
don't
there.
remember what he did, but I followed his comedy.
Go directly to rape.
No. I'm going to rape because I followed his comedy for a long time. Like literally any allegation against this dude based off of the way he conducts himself and his comedic style would not surprise me in the fucking slightest. Like it's not just like his humor, but like even interviews, like he's intentionally the biggest sleazeball he possibly can be. So any allegation that it would ever be alleged to him, I'd probably be like, that's
He didn't
plausible.
rape anyone though, right?
I don't think so, but it's one of those. I don't know. It's like one of those. If someone said he raped him, I'd probably be like, he probably did.
Well,
So here's the great outlining question. How do you guys feel about public shaming? Do you think it actually accomplishes anything?
yes, tar and feather.
No, it doesn't do nothing.
No,
Dude, I
nothing does anything ever.
public shame the
It's
fuck
definitely
out of people.
yeah, but it's definitely not making the world a better place.
No, I think
Okay.
it's doing the opposite.
Public shame only works on the people that need to be public shamed the least.
You do it in private.
Mm.
The more resistant somebody is to public shaming, probably the more of an asshole they are.
Yeah. Like I'm sure there's certain people like who need to be made an example of, and like you need to have that public shaming to really work. So when you just do it all the time, it just loses its value, and then it just makes everyone on eggshells, and no one's real anymore. And
The
it
boy
just,
who cried wolf.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think like the public court should be a thing where let's touch back on Chris Brown where everybody assumed he was a rapist.
That was
Oh, but
fucked
yeah,
up.
that's always become a thing.
Yeah.
And it's impossible.
Yeah, it's always been
Right.
guilty until proven innocent, basically.
Like-
Let's be honest. But here's the thing: is that it's not changing anytime soon.
Well, like
Yeah.
that is something we.
Well, the thing
we
is
could look into. Every other country doesn't release the name.
yeah, like we covered earlier, last year, like the EU has protections against people who are accused of crimes. Like the media can't mention it. They can say like
how they do with minors.
wherever
like
wherever
minors.
Chris Brown is from, that city man accused of rape
Oakland.
in Paris. Like
Yeah.
that's the most information they can put out about it. They can't mention his name. They can't like mention any sort of identifying shit about him. And it probably makes the court trial a lot smoother.
More fair, yeah.
Probably
Well, that's how it should be.
it absolutely should be. The victims shouldn't be the only ones protected, lest we make the accused the victim.
Right, because if the accused becomes gets found innocent or not guilty, then
they're a victim either way.
Yeah.
It's not only that, it also basically gives them celebrity powers. Like, look at Canada, for instance, has a law where you can't broadcast if there's like a mass shooting. You can't broadcast the shooter's name and picture.
Right. They're not supposed to do that here either, apparently. Or they do. They take a lot of liberties all of a sudden.
Yeah, they do take a lot of liberties.
It's
but I mean, there's not a single person in the public eye who's been real more than 6 months and has lasted. Like,
oh man, and the shooter thing brings us to another topic that we want to talk about. That I would like to talk about, because I have the same argument for it as I do with why the flat Earth conspiracy is bullshit, right? Graham,
what do you mean bullshit?
What does the government or law enforcement have to benefit from hiding that there was a second shooter?
Okay, here's what is the
benefit?
Let me answer. Las Vegas benefits by the fact that if there was 6 shooters and they only got one of them, people won't walk on the streets.
Okay,
of Las Vegas.
there are.
They will cover that shit up after the fact and
Rick,
say,
no mustache.
Wait, who is that? Who is that?
Yeah, no. But Graham,
Hey,
how would they benefit from that?
Because
First of all, there's so many cameras in the
hotel.
hotel. How would they not get an image of one of the other shooters?
They don't have an image of him. They don't have an image of him doing it. They don't have an image of the first one doing it. So how? I mean, you know what I'm saying? How about the video when they walk in the room, the cops with their body cameras on, and they walk in the room where he's dead on the floor with the rifle across his feet, and they go, the windows aren't broken. The windows aren't broken. And then you hear pop, pop, pop that they don't react to. And then they're asking, was that us? Watch the body cam videos. Just tell me that there's not questions, dude.
How?
And I'm telling you, Las Vegas benefits by if they come on the news and they say,
"Oh, is this wait, hang on, is this a Vegas conspiracy 3 years later?"
Okay. So
Yeah, exactly.
Vegas is the most surveilled city in the world.
Exactly, and it depends on people walking on the streets in Las Vegas.
There's no way they don't have an image of this.
Why don't
dude
they have
going
it of
in
him?
There's no way they don't.
They don't. They haven't shown it. They don't. We don't know that they do.
Why would they show it? They
Why
got
wouldn't
him.
Yeah, he's dead.
And
It's
they
over,
wouldn't
right?
and they wouldn't benefit anything from hiding other shooters,
You don't think
because
that-
they could use the images that they had of the other shooter. I'm telling you right now, our ability, the amount of surveillance that Las Vegas has, there's no way they got in without security cameras being seen.
Why isn't there a muzzle flash of him? They know which room he was in. They can go back and they can look at the video, and they don't have muzzle flashes from this guy. Like, why is that?
Because they were on shitty cell phone cameras.
Then that's maybe why they don't have the other ones. But you tell me if they come on.
No, they weren't shitty cell phone cameras up in the hallways. There were surveillance cameras in the hallways.
He got hit with a pellet gun? That Campos, the security guard, got hit with a pellet gun. That's a fact.
Where are you getting this fact?
I'm telling you, go look at the video cam. Go look at the body cam pictures. When they walk up to him, he goes, I think it was a pellet. And they made this big sensationalized thing about him getting shot in the hallway with 200 rounds. It never happened. It never happened.
What's the alternative theory, though?
Yeah, what are you guys debating about?
He says there were multiple shooters, and I think that law enforcement gets no benefit from.
Though. Vegas does. That's what I'm trying to give you the benefit. If they come on the news and they say, well, guys, there was 7 shooters. Not saying that there was 7. I'm saying even if they say there's 3 shooters and we only got one of them. Now people are afraid to walk on the streets in Las Vegas. You know how much money that costs them? The whole goddamn town's corrupt. That costs them so much money that it's in their benefit to say, single shooter, and we got him. It's dead. It's over. That's the benefit that they have. And there's so many unanswered questions that you got to look at it.
Why do you think there's multiple shooters?
Because body cameras. Come on.
I mean, not for nothing, but like I live fairly close to Mandalay Bay, and when it was happening, I was outside, and I don't know echoes or any of that shit. I don't know anything, but I promise you, there was more than one shooter. I could hear it, and everyone could hear it.
Definitely echoes.
Dude,
yeah,
there's tall buildings made out of glass and metal on a flat plane.
Mandalay
Bay is echo. You ever go to hear fireworks in the city?
Okay, it doesn't matter if
it sounds like a bombing's going on.
Graham, it doesn't matter if it's the last building on the strip. Sound travels in all directions, and it can echo.
Don't happen in different RPMs. They don't happen at different rates of speed with different.
Unless
cycles.
they pass through a medium, then they can change.
It's wide open for I can see Mandalay Bay's.
Yes. So you were hearing one round the shots directly from the hotel. Yeah, you were getting the sounds directly from the hotel. Those sounds were going and bouncing off of other hotels and other mediums.
Right.
Yeah, I understand that. I'm not saying
especially because it was the desert at night, those sound waves are passing through different densities of air.
Why do you think there was multiple shooters?
Because there isn't one person that you'll find.
Always thought this.
If there's not one person
multiple
that you will find that was out there that heard it, that there's multiple shooters. They were coming from different directions. It was different rates of speed. It was like everyone knew while it was going on. If you watch it, while it was going on, all the reports are saying there's multiple shooters all over the place. And then all of a sudden it just ended. And everybody that was standing outside next to me was like, what? What are they talking about?
You know what I heard? I heard it was an assassination attempt to kill the Prince of Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, the Saudi prince. Well, look at the video about Tropicana.
And then it went wrong, and then he kind of took the fall, and then you see the video of them kind of like smuggling the prince out of the casino.
Out of the Tropicana, where the cops are pointing their guns at all the
yeah, it was really weird.
It's really weird, dude.
And there's just no information. Like that's the weird thing is there's no information on the Vegas shooting. It's
you want to know you want to know what the most important information is? IPA smoke, baby.
No,
dude.
I think
IPA smoke tastes as good as your mic sounds.
Yeah,
that's right.
I don't want to be that guy.
Wait,
yeah, you okay? First of all, why you got a shitty mic and a paranormal activity camera?
He was watching the podcast. He's like, "Hey, I can do this better." After he heard Grant's mic,
he said,
I still got a Scarlet.
He said, but hold on, let me turn this contrast all fucked up.
I want to know what Pretty Matthew thinks of IPA smoke. You have to mix that up, Matt.
Okay, I'll try it.
It's such a shit recipe, but it is not shit at the same time.
It's exactly what you'd expect out of hotels and cigarettes.
Wait, so explain exactly what you were going for.
Wait,
do I morning breath after drinking?
Do I not sound robotic?
You sound good. Talk.
Okay.
You sound good.
My whole premise with that was like I started using Yakima hops and I was like, oh shit, that's actually beer.
Yeah.
Let me try to do an IPA.
Oh, it's almost as though I haven't been telling you guys this for the past 2.5 fucking years. Yo, the second Yakima hops came out, I started mixing with it, and I was like, guys, this is hops. This is really good.
Colt's got the fucking neck of it.
I think Cassandra is like the last one to use Yakima hops.
I definitely was. No, I definitely was.
You get overlooked, Colt.
No, that's mainstream.
5,000 people haven't looked at that God's milk.
No, I don't know. I literally, all I wanted to do was do like a beer and a cigarette. Like, that was it. That was it.
That's what it tastes like.
Yeah, and that's
like a beer and a cigarette. Yeah.
But it's really good at the same time. Like
and that was the thing is like when I mixed it, I was like, this is awful.
Yeah.
But it's also addictive.
It's just it's
kind of like beer and cigarettes.
Yeah, exactly. And that's where I was like, okay, like I messed with it for like 3 months, and then I was just like, this is just as trashy as it needs to be, where it's like still acceptable as like a recipe. Yeah. And like it never was something I was like, it was never something that I was like, oh shit, like I never wanted to vape it. It was more like I saw it sitting there, and it was exactly that. It's like when you were like trying to quit cigarettes the first time, and you like had a pack still, and you were like, I don't want this, but I want it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Still good. Rolled up in her sleeve. I know. I get it.
I basically was just like impressed that it worked.
Dude,
that was basically.
It definitely works.
It's a recipe for the degens.
There's like a low pitched bell sound coming from outside. Like you know when you run your finger along like a crystal glass? It's like it's like that outside and just persistent.
It's definitely a tumor.
Almost like there's two of them.
Yeah, I watched a video today about someone about a country using like sonic attacking
Cuba
against U.S. embassy.
Yeah, didn't that end up being bullshit though?
No, it's very real. That can be. Well, I don't know if it can be very real. Like the tech is there.
Wait, are you guys talking about the brown note?
No, they're talking about from
It's the sound that makes you poop.
Yeah, no, like, but it is possible to make like a sonic weapon that
There's a sound that makes you
make
poop?
your ears bleed.
Yeah,
It's called the brown note.
Really?
Yeah.
soundtrack at all the gay bars.
The ultimate
It's
weapon.
from South
Oh,
Park.
I'm gonna do a thing on this.
No,
Yeah,
there
but
is
I
sound
saw that
technology.
today that Cuba was using some like weapon attack against like
Yeah.
people were getting sick and like losing their balance and like their
They thought they were going
equilibrium was
crazy,
thrown off.
Yeah.
And it was
That's
because
the
they
brown
found
note.
yeah, it's because they found that there's this sonic attack going on.
It's like infrasonic, I
Yeah.
believe. Like
It
it's lower
says-
than the pitches that you can actually hear.
Says acoustics experts, however, were quick to point out the unlikeliness of such an attack. Among other things, ultrasonic frequencies don't propagate while in the air and don't cause ear pain, headache, dizziness, and other symptoms reported in Cuba.
Oh, they clearly haven't met Graham's mic.
In,
Of
bef-
course they do.
in before metal bands use it as a sample.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
they were also using metal to
Dude.
drive the prisoners crazy. In,
Oh, shit.
Guantanamo.
Coke can. Since I fucking have you here, guess who's going to go see Deaf Heaven and Baroness and Zeal and Ardor live?
What the
Oh,
fuck?
that tour looks sick, dude.
What are these words
Yeah.
you're saying?
They're coming to Spokane of all places,
I
which
know,
is like
like,
an hour
Tell us.
away.
The tour, like the tour locations for that are so fucking weird. I was like, why?
Dude, wait,
Dude,
you're
I'm
only an hour.
benefiting that.
You're only an
Yeah.
hour from Spokane.
Yeah, I'm about an hour south of Spokane.
Oh
Yeah.
shit, dude.
An hour, you get 7 hours from everything.
This summer I'm gonna be visiting the dry shitties.
He's gonna come to your house.
Have fun with that.
No, I'm
They're fucking
saying
terrible.
let's kick it.
Yeah, I'm down, man.
Okay.
It's like a party.
I'm a pull concrete out of the house.
You didn't get into the circle jerk at Vegas. We got to make up for lost time, man.
No.
Yeah.
Watch your back.
Thought we were all going to Mexico.
Dude,
still-
hold on, dude. I'm never going to Mexico.
Hey, I'll be back in a
Well,
minute. The
alright.
baby's been crying.
I
for,
might go to Mexico, but I'm not going to Mexico to hang
But-
out with Joe and John.
Yeah.
That whole move I look at and I go, but why? Like
Yeah,
none of it
I'm
makes
just-
sense. None of it makes sense when I fucking like when I think about it as like a rational adult. I'm like, but why would you? Why would you?
It totally makes sense if you've seen the second season of Eastbound and Down.
Like why would you leave a decent job at
seen
BCF?
Born
Like
in East
granted
LA?
he was working a shit ton of hours, but like he had a decent job. He was getting decent pay. Why?
He's running from something. Let's put that out on the table. He's
Why-
definitely running.
Well, I mean, I know
Which one's
what
Stevie?
John was running from. The fucking family court lawyers can't get him in Mexico.
He's probably running from what I'm eventually gonna be running from.
But like Joe, I don't get it. I just don't get it with Joe.
Saw an
I
opportunity.
mean,
Yeah,
I
wasn't he dating
lightweight.
someone?
I
He was dating
lightweight.
someone,
Don't
wasn't
know why. I don't know why John.
that why?
Maybe John like met someone online, met a girl online, and then moved to Mexico
Yeah.
to like
But they want green
be with
cards.
her. But I don't know
They pay
the
for them.
specifics of his situation, or Joe's. But like, it just doesn't make sense. I knew more about Joe, and it doesn't make sense. I always thought of him as like someone who thought shit out rationally, but just moving to Mexico and partying. and-
Okay, here's
Wait,
the
have you,
North
have, you
Carolina?
have you ever been to Mexico?
You've
here's
never been to
the,
North Carolina.
no.
here's the only thing I know about Joe is that I met him once and
He's a great dude.
he's a
Rational.
cool.
Yeah. Rational enough.
Rational enough. All I know is that my experience with Joe was getting drunk in a hotel room in the middle of fucking Alabama, and
Yeah, do it.
Georgia. But
or
yeah.
Georgia, yeah, wherever the fuck we were. It was
Either way.
hot,
Atlanta at least.
and
Yeah.
yeah, it was interesting.
No, it was a
It was hot.
decent time.
I think the highlight of that whole experience was driving like 16 hours in a span
Yeah,
of like
right. Fuck that.
That sounds absolutely.
No, it
fucking
was
horrendous.
all for me. It was all worth it for you to instantly. You meeting Josh was the highlight of the entire trip because you didn't even say
don't know
anything
about
nice for like 30 minutes.
You said, "Wow, you're
You just
fucking
sat there
fat, bro."
fucking screaming and fucking bitching for like 30 minutes straight.
it was like 30 minutes of me just yelling at Josh about how hot it was.
I believe it.
Nothing that comes out of face to face.
It's like fuck
Good.
you. Why did I come here? You fucking
Literally, Like he walks out of
bald head, egg looking ass. Why is it so fucking hot?
Like straight up walks out of the hotel to greet us, and he's like, "Hey guys, what's up?" Like Josh being like the sweetheart that he is, and my dumbass immediately being like, "Fuck you, dude. Fuck you."
You look weird.
Didn't you have any real friends to invite you to your wedding, you piece of shit?
Why do I gotta be here in the devil's asshole?
It was so hot, dude. It sucked.
I actually wish it was that hot right now.
What a
It's so
busted
fucking
ass
cold
bachelor
out.
party.
Oh, dude, how cold is it where you're at? Like -9?
I don't even know why you're complaining.
Close.
It was like 26 degrees this morning.
Because
Oh wow, that sounds
fucking-
like a balmy
All right?
morning. Dude.
Oh my god, it was so cold. It sucked. I had to
Okay,
wear my gloves.
fucking-
I had to wear
okay.
my gloves and my hat.
Fucking Colt in Discord being like, him and Josh talking about how cold it is, being like, "Oh man, bro, it's like 50
It's
degrees.
super
It's
bad,
so
dude.
cold." You're
Oh,
fucking.
well, no, okay. The 50 degrees isn't bad, but man, once that wind kicks up, it just gets real cold. Once
How
that
cold is it
wind-
by you, Cocaine?
It's just one of those things. You're from Ohio, dude, too. That's like the sad part.
Yeah, I
like-
literally just left Ohio. I got
Like, you
I
know
got
what it
back
is.
to Georgia.
You traded
in-
Ohio for Hurricane.
I got back to
actually-
Georgia Monday night at midnight, and it was 50 degrees when I landed, and I went, "Oh, it's a little bit chilly."
Wayne, it's like it's actually not that cold right now. It's like 20 degrees, but it's snowing a fucking shit ton.
20 degrees.
Oh, really? That's warmer than it is here.
Yeah,
Good
it's
Yeah, it's quite a bit warmer.
it's not too bad. Like when I left work, like I walked outside and I was like, "Oh, my mustache hasn't frozen to my face after 10 seconds." But
It
there's
does
like,
that?
yeah, dude.
I got the
Get fuck
negative.
outta here.
I got what?
No. Your
It's like
eyebrows and
-7
eyelashes freeze too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and don't even think about wearing
Tell me
fucking
more.
contacts in the winter. in
Oh
Midwest.
hell no, dude. Hell no.
You wear contacts in the winter in Midwest, and you can't blink because
Yeah.
the contacts stop your fucking eyelids, and you can't like look around because they're frozen to your cornea.
Why do people live there? What's going
Because
on?
they're
Why would you live
fucking stupid.
They
Everybody in the Midwest is fucking stupid.
there? Well, that's without saying. That goes without saying. But
I'm gonna lay out that blanket statement right now. You can quote me on it. Quote:
So,
Everybody
Texas?
living in the Midwest is fucking stupid.
We are.
Chinaman.
No, we are.
Finally, a hot
Some
take.
of us don't
Yeah.
have a choice, dude.
No, it's one of those like I'm not disagreeing with you, but I'll remember
Your
when
parents
I
are
come to
rude.
build your house again in another 6 months.
No. Coke can. You have a choice. You have to choose not to love your child. And just
Yeah,
not-
like your
it's-
parents
It's
and
not
like-
even a hot take. Politicians literally run on that platform.
No.
fuck everybody in the. Oh yeah, that's how Trump won. He said everybody in the Midwest is fucking stupid.
Did
He's
you see? His,
probably my
wait, no,
hater.
no. Did you see that thing he posted on Twitter about global warming?
Yeah.
Dude, what a G.
He's the best.
He
What a
said
fucking-
he said you need to come back quick.
Yeah.
He's
He's triggering the libs by being a complete fucking idiot.
Dude, he was gonna fight an eclipse. Did you see that?
But if it ever gets cold in California, he's gonna be like, "Where them forest fires at now?"
Yeah.
No, he's gonna pay to have it dropped into the ocean. He's crazy, dude. That guy's crazy. I love it. I love every minute of it.
Indy's best. There's nothing good about Indiana.
Everyone knows that.
No,
The only
what's
thing-
good about Indiana is that it's close to Illinois.
No, the
Yeah.
only good thing about
You're
Indiana
talking
is
good about Illinois? I might
Hell
move
no.
Wait,
there.
there's Chicago.
wait, no,
Yeah.
listen. The only good thing about Indiana is that it has Indianapolis, which is like a mini Chicago,
Yeah,
and
that's what you
everything
guys
is half the price.
That's what everyone tells you.
But twice as
when you're in
shit.
Indiana.
Yeah.
That's like Philly and New York. Philly's,
Yeah,
Philly's
exactly.
the Indiana of New York.
Yeah.
Whoa, Philly has the eagle.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I mean, there's a reason why the government left.
Dude, why
like
does
Philly.
hold on, Wayne? Why does downtown Philly smell like urine all the time? Everywhere I go, it just
Because there's
smells
actual
like
urine everywhere.
Yeah,
Just-
dude,
I mean,
what the
it's-
fuck?
It's the
Bro,
same reason why
when I was-
downtown Chicago smells like shit constantly.
Bro,
because
when I was
it's
Yeah,
everywhere.
when I was walking downtown to like get Starbucks and get some razors to shave my head for your wedding,
Oh, you
Like-
probably had some nice smells.
it was just
Oh,
it was just always piss.
Wait.
Oh, yeah.
Indiana,
We stopped at a street meat vendor
Wait,
to get some
wait.
street meat.
It probably
Indy-
smelled like
Yes.
piss.
Smells
It
like
smelled like piss.
I had a
Indy-
drunken conversation at 3.
shut the fuck up, Jerry. I gotta fucking make I gotta make a point here.
Jerry,
Indy's
that's how you make a
Wow.
point. That is
Holy
how you
shit.
make a point when people keep cutting you off. He knows. He knows
I
how
know
this
what's
show
up.
works.
Indiana's
Alright.
best is like, or Indy's best is like, it's an Indiana thing. You wouldn't understand, motherfucker. I've lived in Indiana for 4 fucking years. I know what it is.
Can we not? Yeah, let's hard pass on that.
On what, the bass boost?
Yeah.
You don't like that?
Yeah, hard pass.
We're cutting everybody's
Hard
place.
pass. Not a Texas 10-4.
Did you guys miss me or no?
Hard
Yeah.
no.
I thought XX was dead. Shit.
What I was gonna say though is the last time I was in Philadelphia, I had at like 3 a.m. blackout drunk almost. I just shared a cigarette with a dude on a couch who was
I feel like
homeless
all your stories
to
might
teach
turn
me
like
about
that.
Jesus.
Yeah. And then what?
Jerry,
No,
you've been talking about moving for a while. I will bet you that you are going to be talking about moving for the next 5 years.
He meant from the chair.
I'm actually moving right now because of not me. So
I'm just saying, like, I feel like that's part of the integral character of Jerry at this point.
Jerry's
oh,
moving.
dude, I hate it.
Jerry's moving.
Don't
Jerry's
get
all
me started on
moving,
that. I've
talking,
thought
talking.
about that.
Dude,
No,
I-
because you're gonna have to
dude.
actually.
You really do move a lot.
every show Jerry does is in a
move a lot,
different
yeah.
basement.
He's back in the place he was originally
There's a
at.
different
But
flag behind him.
I'm
Either
always in Michigan.
Either a
And
different
I am gonna miss it just because of hockey. Like
it's
literally,
either a different basement or a different walk to a gas station.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
you're pretty well fed for a homeless person.
Some lady moved with him apparently.
I know,
They're
right?
Same neighbors. That lady Sharon or Rhonda or whatever the fuck her name is.
I was gonna say, yeah,
Barbara. I'm
Jerry's
thinking of
definitely,
Barbara.
Yeah.
Jerry's definitely
Wait a
well
second.
fed. He's a good.
Wait,
he's,
you
he's
guys
a
ready
healthy
for
boy.
this? I'm doing this first of all, it's almost about time to get the band back together for another show on the network. I have to start getting that together. It's pretty good.
Very nice.
But I found out that Trump is a time traveler. Okay.
He was.
Did
Oh.
you see that?
Justice and no life, no time travel.
No, did you fucking see that shit, dude? He's a fucking time traveler. His
course
fucking
he is.
grandfather took Tesla's fucking time travel fucking
You
shit.
didn't know that.
Dude, he's a
There's a
time
book.
traveler.
There's
Duh.
a book that was written in
It was like the late 1800s.
yeah, the late 1800s. Let me see if I can find out the exact.
So he was just racist against Chinese.
Okay,
people.
Graham, this is a fucking conspiracy I can get behind because it's stupid fucking entertaining. Let's
Now
go.
listen. So someone that was at the Congress Library found this book that was written in 1893, and it's called Baron Trump's Marvelous Underground Journey.
Get
The
the
book
So
is
it's his
about a
son.
boy named Baron Trump who found a secret portal and time traveled. But that's not the crazy part. Donald Trump's son is named Baron, if you didn't know, and the image on the book does look like his son. So as we continue, there's plenty more. In the book, Baron Trump had a mentor he looked up to named, guess what? Don.
Mhm.
All this shit in the book takes place in Russia.
Mhm. Wait till the Nikola Tesla part.
4 years later, in 1896, the same author writes a sequel to the book, but he calls it The Last President. And this is when shit gets real. The book is about a very wealthy man who lived in New York on Fifth Avenue, who ran for president, but wasn't expected to win. Right? His Trump Tower is on Fifth Avenue in New York. Right? It gets crazy. In the book, when he won, it surprised everyone and people started rioting and protesting. And after his inauguration, he started signing executive orders, but it's more. Remember, this book was written over 124 years ago. But anyways, after his inauguration, he started picking people for his cabinet, and guess who was one of the people? The guy's name was Leif Pence. So Pence was his vice president. In 1943, one of the most famous inventors named Nikola Tesla died from a blood clot. Before his death, he claimed he had built a time machine and used it to travel back in time and in the future. After he died, the U.S. government took all of his inventions and notes. The name of the office that seized all of this work was the Office of Alien Property. After they looked through it, they passed it to the FBI. And then,
What's the name of
let
this
me go
book?
back.
called
Baron
Back to
Trump's
the Future.
Marvelous Underground Journey. And the Office of Alien Property does exist. After they gave up on trying to figure out his inventions, they hired an outside engineer who could understand the work of Nikola Tesla. And guess who this dude was?
Albert Einstein.
John G. Trump.
Whoa.
Donald Trump's
Yep.
grandfather.
Yep.
Dude, that's
His
real.
name is John Trump. And Donald Trump's grandfather has made claims that he was in contact and was in
Yep.
collaboration with Nikola Tesla.
Yeah. Yeah,
After
that's
studying the
true.
time machine notes and inventions of Nikola Tesla, he told the government he didn't find anything, but he could have lied to keep the invention to himself and out of the hands of the government.
It's what happened.
Here's a fun fact. Donald Trump's mama's name is Mary, and his father's middle name is Christ.
I'm reading this
Born
whole
on a
fucking book.
lunar eclipse.
I just found the book.
Can you have the middle name Christ? That feels slightly sacrilegious.
That's pretty weird.
It's pretty weird, but you know, Trump,
did it.
the Trump family can do what they want because
they found a sports betting.
Because money?
money. Yeah.
There's a bunch more that I found
Copyright
too.
1896. No, I
makes
looked
sense.
it up too. No, even from Snopes, like total fact checked is mostly real.
Yeah,
It makes
exactly.
sense.
No, it's like it's legit.
I literally have the
He's
book
been
from
saying
the
he
actual
was gonna be
Library of
president.
Congress right now.
This is
Yeah.
obviously real, considering you guys told me this on Zoom.
It's definitely
He's been
okay.
saying-
I have one serious question. I
He's
think
been
the
saying
biggest
he's gonna be
conspiracy.
president.
I have the biggest conspiracy of the fucking millennia right here.
Dude.
Pretty Matthew runs a pretty successful fucking business. Why does he hang out with us degenerates? That's my
Oh,
big.
man,
we have the
because,
inside
man,
scoop on
everybody's-
Trump.
Nope, everybody's got their vice.
Oh, okay.
He quit hard drugs and alcohol, and he's like,
And now
I need something else to ruin
need something.
ruin my life.
How he keeps
I'm slumming it now.
It's only a 48-page book. It's a nice
Listen,
short
man,
story here.
That's what happened.
Yeah, there's two. Remember, there's two. There's
Yeah,
the
there's
last
two.
president and
Right.
and
I got
Trump's
the last
underground trend.
president here too. Yeah,
Yeah, but they talk
This is
about
like
it. Fuck
this
that
is
guy.
like 90% real, 10% like fucking spin foil hat bullshit.
Well, the other 10% is just like, how do you verify this?
But the
Right.
last president doesn't show anything. On the
Good
archive,
question.
no, on the
President is 20
archive.org,
years old.
archive.org, the last president is literally an empty book.
Yeah,
He knew he
Ooh,
was
maybe
gonna
they
do
took it
it.
down.
they did.
Why is he so
They
cocky?
did they did take it down.
How do you have a time machine and
Oh,
not go back to peak
shit.
Jennifer Connelly era?
Like what? Like
Dude,
Requiem
that's
for
what
a
he
Dream
said.
era?
No,
That's
no.
what-
Dude,
like,
how was
like
that
1980s.
No,
Yeah.
Ferris Bueller,
Yeah. Dude, he
Yeah.
told-
right? That
what
was
do you want
Jennifer
with- what do you
Connelly,
want with
right?
No, that wasn't. That
No,
wasn't.
that was not Jennifer Connelly and
No, dude, that was his
Phoebe
name was-
Cates, right?
What was his name?
Jennifer
Was it-
peak Jennifer Connelly was Requiem for a Dream, dude.
Jennifer Connelly was that when they got locked in that store with that guy.
Okay, how do you
That's a
think that
great
he-
description, Graham.
You know that movie
How-
where he gets locked in Target with that girl overnight?
No, I
Isn't that
know,
movie?
I know what the fuck was.
That's Jennifer Connelly. With her
It wasn't
bushy ass
How
ass.
do you
Requiem.
think that peak Jennifer Connelly is in the movie where she's a desperate drug addict and has sex in front of a bunch of Asian businessmen?
Ass to ass.
That's the one where you get
I'm,
locked in-
I'm asking.
Are
I'm
you asking me
asking.
that?
I'm asking you how that is not peak Jennifer Connelly.
Yeah.
I think that is peak Jennifer.
Right,
Connelly.
exactly.
Absolutely.
That little choker she wears. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
dude.
Dude,
Eyebrows on
I don't
fleek.
even see Requiem for a Dream
Wait,
on
wait,
her
wait, wait.
IMDb.
Was she in
Oh,
Labyrinth?
there-
Jennifer Connelly is
Yeah.
like 1988.
She was the kid in Labyrinth.
Holy shit! I didn't know she was in Labyrinth.
hmm
But then again, they only like. I just know David Bowie in Labyrinth. That's the
She
only thing
still
I
looks
care
good
about.
too, though.
No, dude, she's
So does
still
Molly
hot as fuck.
Yeah, I wish she was in more. So you don't see her that much. I
Wait,
wish
maybe
she
she's
was
got
more
a time machine.
Maybe.
Yeah, her eyebrows will be different.
Yeah, dude, David Bowie's definitely the hottest chick in Labyrinth.
Big time.
Also,
That's
whatever happened to effeminate rock stars?
Well, they get. now
They're coming back in
rappers-
2019, baby.
Tekashi 6ix9ine replaced them.
Fuck off.
There's,
2019.
really no, there's rock music is like dead these days.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so dead.
Panic
It's
at the
all
Disco.
it's
is
all
the only
hip
one
hop
out.
and rap, dude.
And
There's
Panic
still-
at the Disco isn't even. It's just.
They're
straight
not. It's just. It's.
They
and
don't
it's
make
not
any
even.
money.
And it's not even Panic at the Disco anymore. It's just Brendan fucking jerking himself off 24.
Yeah, it's just straight pop.
Yeah,
Like,
it's 'cause
I
They
know
just
that-
don't make any money. It's
Yeah.
really,
you have to tour.
Like
You
I
have to
know
tour to
that
make
song
money.
way too well because of fucking hockey, because it's on the official hockey podcast or like playlist, so it's played at every fucking stadium.
Yeah,
every,
yeah.
like NHL 19. Every
Dude, it's like what I said earlier. Fucking Fall Out Boy sucks now, but Fever or not Fever, that's Panic at the Disco. But fucking Take
yeah.
This to Your Grave is still a fucking slapper. I listened to it earlier today, and I was like, damn, this holds up, baby.
I'll
Kurt
debate you on
Cobain was a fortune teller. You know that.
Now you're just
I
trying
said
to
the
hop
same
on
thing
the
about Trump.
future
Yeah, no, he
train
wasn't.
because you. Now you're trying to.
I don't
you're
wanna
trying to
talk
hop
about
on the
Kurt
fucking
Cobain.
future
Go to
train because it's hype because Wayne said it.
So-
Shut the fuck up, Graham.
So
Shut the
go
fuck
Google,
up.
fucking Kurt Cobain. Go Google. You shut the fuck up. Go Google.
I don't want a
fucking Kurt Cobain's
diagram.
theory
Shut
on,
up.
on Trump. On Trump. Look what Kurt Cobain said about Trump in '94.
Oh my God, he's hopping on the Trump fucking time travel train.
No, man.
Look who's jumping on the time travel train.
Go back to Vegas.
The quote that Kurt Cobain gave about Trump is not real.
Yeah, it's not real.
I know.
You just said it. You just used it as a fucking thing.
Okay.
No, I know.
Cocaine, you weren't here.
You don't know that?
At the beginning of our conspiracy theories, how all of them started is because the leaders of the Confederate side of the Civil War's home base was actually in Canada.
No, that's a fact, Joe. I didn't say it was a home base. I said they had a
wasn't.
base in Canada.
No,
They did. They had a base in Canada.
I mean, I
Yes,
believe
did.
they had
Jefferson
I
Davis had-
believe
Dude, you said it was the capital of the Confederacy. Wasn't?
that.
I do
You
not
said
believe
that.
that their main
Dude,
base was
Oh
in
my
Canada.
fucking God, dude.
No one
We
said
have
their main-
viewers
prove
that
it,
can back
prove
this
it.
up. You said the capital of the
don't have viewers.
Confederacy was
We
in
don't even have
Canada.
viewers. You're lying.
Why do 5 people remember you saying that the capital of the Confederacy was in Canada? If you didn't fucking say that?
No, I said
Hashtag
Yeah, we're
Skittles
gonna
neck vein.
we're gonna trust
This is how we
trust
get
the
into
burned
every-
out dude who fucking who
Burned out? What are
put
you
hot
talking
coils to his lips because he was dabbing too hard.
Wayne is
Why are
sitting.
you
Wayne is
so
sitting there
fucking
rubbing
rat?
his head like, "What have I done?"
I'm looking
This
at his
guy's a
fucking
rat.
vein popping out.
Yeah, right.
No, Grant,
I know, he gets so excited.
we know what you
Colt-
said.
Jesus Christ.
Colt, when's the purple face coming out? That's what I want to know.
Oh, I'm not doing that anymore.
Goddamn
I did
excited.
that and I got a bloody nose
guy.
one time. And I like,
Oh, I forgot about purple.
like
Like a fucking anime character.
I did that
Christ.
at work. I did that at work, and it was like, you ever seen a power lifter get a bloody nose?
Yeah.
Pa! And that fucking happened,
Fucking
and I went, oh no.
Anus prolapses.
Yeah, that's what he does. This fucking guy. Shut up.
Oh.
All right. Any other good conspiracies that I've been looking up?
I want him to solve the whole, he's such a fucking know-it-all, about the machine guns.
Dude, I already told you. The reason it sounds like they're coming at different frequencies and they're coming at like different
RPM?
rates of fire. Rates of fire.
What about what the guy said in the video that I sent when he's talking about like?
I didn't fucking
explain
watch
it
it.
to me.
I'm
You
not
didn't
gonna
watch
lie
it?
to you.
He
I didn't watch
explained-
that fucking video.
No, he explains why there's multiple gunshots. He explains it scientifically. Like that's where I got confused. That's why I
Yes,
gave
because
it to you.
it's the desert at night,
Instead of
and
being a
because the
know-it-all-
hot air is cooling, so
No,
you've got
he's-
pockets of hot air and
That's
pockets
not what
of
he's
cool
talking
air.
about. He's talking about the actual round and the rate of velocity and why it's hitting the ground. Why the echo isn't hitting the ground when it's supposed to. There's other echoes.
Maybe he just used multiple guns.
That doesn't
But
the
they're happening
echo
at the
not
same
hitting the
time.
ground like it's supposed to just is because the bullets travel faster than the
That's what he's
speed of
saying.
sound.
Well, that's what he's saying. He's
That's
saying
not
the echo-
scientific. That's basic fucking information.
I know, and what he's saying is that there's one round goes off, the bullet hits the ground when it's supposed to. Then all of a sudden, there's another one that they're hitting at different times. One should be like a third of a
Wait,
second.
are we
one
talking
should
about
be-
Vegas again?
Yeah.
Because
my
there were
God.
so many rounds fired that you can't
How are they happening at the same time?
pinpoint every one of them going to a specific fucking bullet. There were thousands of rounds that were shot that night.
I've got a better.
Also,
it was
it's
a-
just common sense because it's a bump stock. It's not a fully automatic rifle.
No,
so
well, there's other guys that are saying it was a belt fed. They're 100% sure that it was a belt fed.
that has nothing
better
to do with
conspiracy.
And who
a
are
better
these
bump
these
stock
other
round.
guys?
Look at, I sent you like facts, dude, to like look at. Like, you guys are schmucks.
You sent me
sit there
YouTube
and
videos
look at
from
the
dudes
facts.
that have 150 followers.
Okay, well, I'm just
That's
saying,
not
I asked
facts.
you- here's the thing. I asked you. I said, look at it, explain it. You're acting like I'm saying it's facts. Like I'm saying that it's like what I believe. Or
You just said it's facts.
No,
you
I'm saying
just
explain
said
it to
you sent
I'm
me
saying
facts.
I'm sending you guys. Calm the fuck down. I said I'm sending you things that people are stating as facts. Explain what they're talking about. Because I
Yes.
don't know what they're talking about. I'm not a weapons expert, such as yourself.
I'm not a weapons expert either, but I
What the
know
fuck are you talking
but
about?
I know basic physics, and I know that the speed of sound changes in hot air and cold air,
But
and
that's
that
not
would
what he's talking
explain
about.
to you why they're no. Shut the fuck up and listen. Okay, so you hear the shots coming directly from the Mandalay Bay. Now those spread out through the cooling desert air at night, which the ground is hot, the air is getting cold. There are going to be pockets of hot and air cold going up and down. It fluctuates, changes the frequency, changes the speed of sound. So there you get different pitches and
It would
different.
cause a double echo.
Yes, because the amount of buildings out there. Buildings are a great reflector
Look
of
at the
sound.
landscape there. Look at the landscape there, where Mandalay Bay is and where he shot it. It's wide open as soon as Mandalay Bay ends. Wide
Yes,
open.
but not on the other side.
Well, yeah.
Mandalay Bay's at the end. Sound doesn't travel in one direction. Sound travels in all directions.
All right, well, I mean, whatever. I mean, whatever, dude. I'm just saying. I mean, you want to look it up. I mean, look what I sent you and explain exactly what he's saying. Because he's saying that it actually proves that there was multiple guns being fired simultaneously. And it could have been him shooting both guns at the same time like Rambo in that room that didn't have broken windows. But maybe it's not. I don't know. Whatever.
Why are you saying that the windows weren't broken?
Because when the cops went in with body cams, they were looking at each other going, these windows aren't broken. These windows aren't broken. They were saying
and it came out that he got multiple rooms.
Right. Yeah, but none of the windows were broken.
When in the body cams.
When they went into one room.
When
they go in the rooms, they're looking at themselves and they're going, "Why?" Yeah,
now you're saying rooms.
They have one room. It was one room that's connected. It's a co-joining room. It's one on like where he ran. It was like 8 windows over, and it's one room. It's a suite. It's a huge fucking room. And just when they went in, the gun, they found him there laying there with the gun laid across his feet, which he shot himself in the chest too, by the way. What the fuck is that? Guys don't shoot themselves in the chest ever. He had gloves on when he was shooting the gun. Like, I mean,
I've got a better conspiracy. Bigfoot. Let's talk about Bigfoot.
Bigfoot's real.
Dude,
we all know that.
Graham, please all
I 100.
You just tell Graham anything.
I 100% believe that all of these facts you're telling me are word of mouth.
No, they're of course they are. It's YouTube.
Yes, they're just word of mouth.
But some of them make a lot of sense. No, dude, there's no answers, bro. Legitimately, there's no answers. Like, you go on and you look at the news, there's no one has any answers. The police completely shut everyone out. And there's things where they came on like weeks and weeks later and said, we fucked that up. That wasn't really what happened because people were onto the timeline. MGM is saying it would happen one way. You know what I mean? There's just no answers. That's the problem.
No, it is a sketchy thing because there's just nothing. There's like nothing about it. Like, we don't know what happened with his wife.
Right. There's just no answer.
What happened with like any connections that he had.
Yeah, he has like
Trump never said anything about it.
Right.
Well, and it's a town where like
I think something went wrong and they tried to cover it and now they're just trying to make it go away.
I kind of do that to an extent just because like it's not Vegas. Like we should really recall Vegas MGM.
Yeah, how important is it that they have foot traffic in Las Vegas?
Glenn Donaldson, come on and tell your story.
I blame social justice warriors.
Goddamn bleeding hearts. You guys just don't want to hear anything. They still haven't figured out Tupac's murder. And they have video.
No, they have.
Yeah, it's Keefe's fucking. Well, yeah, what was it? Orlando Anderson?
No, they just don't know who ordered the hit on Tupac.
Well, it was Biggie. Or Puffy. That's what Eminem said, right?
No, Suge Knight.
Yeah.
Diddy. No, he said Diddy.
Yeah, you just say Diddy. But
who said Diddy?
Eminem.
Let's go with Mace.
Yeah. Mace did get awfully religious after that.
Yeah, because his fucking homie died.
Because you didn't want to get fucking shot.
Yeah, he saw Biggie get shot in the face.
Started repenting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
No,
I mean it's hard to shoot somebody who's super religious, right? Unless you're that guy in Texas.
Isn't someone saying that it was Suge Knight that ordered the hit?
Well, yeah,
that's what I always thought. That's what I always heard it was.
Well, because he was going to leave and go to No Limit, and he had obviously 25 years worth of material that he had. And
that guy's a shining example of it.
It is Buddy Hempsey in the chat. Send him the link.
I already did.
Oh, okay.
I was sending it.
I want to hear about this freezing to death thing. It sounds like a good time.
What happened? I heard
That's a lot better than more Vegas talk.
Yeah, I heard you hallucinate. Pretty hardcore.
What's the rundown?
They went camping. It wasn't supposed to get below 0, but the weather changed.
Got to like -22.
And it wasn't recently. This was.
I don't think so. I don't think it doesn't.
I don't know. That's what we're gonna find out.
Yeah. This is good news. He's okay. Bring it on. Shut up. Probably got a better mic than me.
Probably.
It's 2019 and there's never been a better tank invented than the K-Fun. Fight me.
I can get down with that.
That's Cotton Tank.
What about DJ LSB's tank?
The gear.
Oh, I forgot about that. Is that out?
No.
He didn't release it yet?
Don't think so.
He needs to hurry up.
K-Fun is definitely The
But
goat
it seemed really cool.
cotton tank.
I don't know.
Wait till you see
Yeah.
DJ LSB's new tank, Matt. It's insane. At least from when I vaped it.
What the fuck is
Like,
it?
the prototype did actually.
It's kind of like a K-Fun, just a little bit better airflow, like a little bit more draw to it.
Right.
You think the K-Fun's the goat tank? Pretty Matthew?
I think it's the goat cotton tank. Yeah.
I don't know, man. You
I
fuck
don't
with the
know,
gear.
man. People are saying the same thing about Tom Brady, but he started wearing MAGA hats.
Yeah.
Yet he's still there.
No, the K-Fun's definitely the king.
Well, no. Okay, because he saw what happened to Colin Kaepernick, and he went, "I'm gonna go hard on the other side."
Wait, which K-Fun are we talking? K-Fun Light Plus?
Yeah, 99.
You know, I'll say one of the newer ones because then it really can do almost everything. You can direct lung it if you want with no modifications, or you can go mouth to lung on it.
The 5, I think, is the last one.
The
4.
The 4 is where that started.
Oh, that's where the over-engineering came in.
Yeah, it did get like super complex, but
When it came with a map.
but you
was
can
the
do
last one.
you can vape it if you want to do direct lung, or if you want to do mouth to lung, it can handle either one fine.
Yeah.
It can handle thin juice, it can handle thick juice. You can run it on a mechanical mod if you build it right. You can run it on a regulated mod if you build it right. So
I still have my 5.
I
That's pretty much the only tank I own is my K-Fun 5.
Yeah, I got a lot of mileage out of my 5 until it broke.
yeah, they're good products.
Wait, guess what? I've got a lot of mileage out of.
I don't think I actually have one right now though. I think I got rid of all of
Me
mine
too.
like a while. I think I
Went
got
back to it.
Wow.
Fuck out of here.
That's cool. That's cool, Cassandra. I'm gonna steal that one day if I ever visit you.
You ain't
Just-
never.
No, I'm
Just so you
gonna,
can't
never
keep
coming up.
talking about it.
Cassandra, next time I visit you, I'm going to steal it and I'm going to give it back to you in the same amount of time it takes you to give me back my hoodie.
Don't give it back to him. He brings it up every fucking day.
Here's. I don't.
Oh
talk-
yeah, I do. I
He'll
have
go on for like
an
2
attitude.
years. He'll eventually
Yeah,
get
right
it
here.
back.
No, here's the thing: is because like, I told Jerry I'm holding his hoodie hostage, so he has to come hang out with me again.
True.
Cassandra
What are you,
pops
his
up on
fucking
Twitch to like 10 videos. He's like, "Hey guys, guess what I'm using today?"
Dan, check it
No,
out,
he's done
baby.
that on Twitch. He's done that on Twitch of like, oh,
I don't
hey,
know if they
Jerry,
can show
want your
me.
hoodie back?
what is
I
that?
put Jerry's hoodie on one
Where's
day when
that
I was
light on?
streaming.
Profile?
Does it still smell
Is
like
that
him?
like a fucking
No, I washed
emergency
it.
exit light behind you, Wayne?
He's in a photo developing dark room.
Yeah.
Wayne's in the fucking Wayne lives in the PT demo.
It's like
Oh,
Shindo, but
no.
people
Can
actually
you,
enjoy his recipes.
Can you highlight me so I can show the tank that I have?
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
This is I think this is a K-Fun Light Plus modded that Addy Tooney does, and he drills them out, and it basically just allows it. Turns it into like one of those monsters.
I was gonna say the monster is like one of the most ridiculous fucking. I can't believe how popular that got.
Yeah.
Because that just started with them getting like Russian 91 and K-Fun clones from like Fast Tech and drilling them out.
Yeah, drill them out, and then they turn it into like a really good business.
Yeah.
But you can see like he drills out the
Mhm.
like the airflow on it, and then he also drills out the wick holes.
Yeah.
So you get some extra juice in there, and it works pretty well. The problem is that he torched the tank, and I can actually taste it. You know what I mean? I can taste that
okay.
weird kind of metal flavor.
Mhm.
So I know it doesn't get much use.
I still might try to get one. Just yeah.
Okay, fun.
Yeah, but also like with that kind of mod, it seems
Yeah.
better than the regular K-Phone.
I asked him to come on tonight, but he didn't see it.
I would honestly just rather you get a K-Fun 5.
I still grab a Genesis when I want to use a tank. I grab a Genesis over anything else.
The only thing I usually
I haven't used one of those in years.
like, is
Yeah.
the mesh.
I got back into them maybe like a year and a half ago because I have some like really nice ones. They were just sitting for a while, and I started using like some higher strength nicotine and using those, and it was very nice. So like I forgot how much I enjoy. The only issue is you have to build them right. Once you learn how to build them properly, then you're pretty much good to go.
You have to wrap the wire around the mesh.
Yeah, once you learn how to set that up properly, it's not that big a deal, but the learning curve on it's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
So, but once you get it down, it's a really nice vape.
Yeah, I think I had one from Carvella.
Oh, you had that I know which one. I forget what the name of it is.
Are we done with show and tell?
The Kraken?
No,
Yeah.
because I'm still rocking the day one.
You know, Kraken was vicious ant.
Right.
I've just been using the Citadel for like the past 4 months, pretty much only.
Citadel's nuts. It
Dude,
sucks. It's so good.
I love the fact you're doing hard reviews now because I love reading the comments of people disagreeing with you. It's fantastic.
Me too, actually. I really love it. They get so worked up. They have such an emotional attachment to these products.
Oh,
I actually
RDA
binge,
under $20.
I actually binge read the comments. Like I save like 6 videos.
I used to do that for Facebook, and then I gave up.
It's so good.
I'll let you guys know when I get a couple good ones.
I'm still saving up on the DIY or die binge.
Yeah, that's a good segment. Like hilarious comments. There you go.
Maybe I'll do a video. There's some crazy ones over the years.
dude,
Remember that guy who sent you a letter, basically?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
You're so full of yourself.
Yeah, I have to dig that one back up.
By the way, I make blah 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 every year.
And I'm pretty sure we know who that might have been.
Chef
That
John.
I think that was on Vimeo, actually.
Was it? Then it was definitely that fucking railroad hopper.
I think it was when I was uploading them to Vimeo because we were freaking out that YouTube was taking our videos down.
Like a hightail, huh?
What do they call them now? Like new age gypsies? I don't even know.
No, they're hobos.
Irish.
I can't use that word.
Homeless Americans.
Yeah, hobos are. It's like a badge of honor now.
I'm
Hobosexual.
Hungarian. I think
Yeah, homosexual. That's exactly what it is.
Why
took
be
off.
homeless when you could just buy a house?
Yeah, on wheels, drive it across the country.
I had to piss. So wait, can we go back to something real quick? Can we talk about how Wayne's gonna have a shit ton of comments about how his best of list is just a big circle jerk before it actually happens?
How can it be?
Well, no, we paid him. We paid him to put those up as the top recipes because those are all the people from
Wait,
development.
how is it a circle jerk? If
Everyone knows
most of
that.
us were on the community picks.
I'm mainly saying it because I'm in there and I'm waiting for people to be like, that recipe is trash. Why
Were
the
you
fuck?
were you ever on the list?
Hey,
Me?
I voted for your
Before?
tobacco
No.
over mine, Cassandra.
No,
Oh, I voted for yours over mine.
I was nominated.
So it
for
is a
8
circle
times.
jerk. They're right.
Yeah.
No,
I
it's
was
not.
on it. I was on it every year when I still mixed. Ugh.
If I was paying Wayne to put one of my recipes on there, I wouldn't pay for the one that took me fucking
That's
10
true.
seconds to put together. So
Wayne, I've
Well,
been
no, I'm more okay with that though, because my problem with half of it is it's usually ends up into this weird circle jerk of these.
It's not.
vapes
It's a
that we-
pre.
Oh shit! We got a guest,
we
boys.
do. It's these weird. No, it's always these weird
Alright.
vapes that you vape like a 15 mil of and never touch again.
No,
And you're
it's a
like, that's
pre-circle jerk.
impressive. I do not want to vape this.
All right,
Yeah.
what's up,
Hey.
Glenn? Let's do a sound check real quick.
How's it going, Glenn?
Hey, Glenn.
Oh man.
I want the all day vape of the year as a category as well.
I'm telling you, Mayan milk. If you like chocolate,
Is
Yeah,
this gonna
mine
be
was
like?
fucking
Is this gonna be like a 72 hours survival
Have you
video where
mixed
you like
Mayan milk
sawed
up?
your arm off because you were freezing?
Yeah, I had it in Vegas.
so fucking good, man.
Yeah, it's the best. It's
Folkert's
by far the best.
a fucking amazing beast.
just turn your brain off. Just drink fucking Tiger Claw. Come on.
Or
do
bleach.
it.
Yeah, I got a nice bottle of Drano that would go down a lot better.
Add super sweet to the Drano. It'd probably work about as well.
Clean those pipes out real good.
I like Rhino.
All right, we got Glenn
up, man?
Donaldson on. What's up, man?
Hello?
Is your mic
You
working?
don't look dead.
No, he almost died. He's not quite dead.
Well,
Just
pretty
almost.
close.
Speak for yourself, Graham.
I said, yo, bro, you don't look dead. Like, I am speaking for myself.
I'm just giving you a shit.
Well, you tell me what's going on. Hey,
Am I coming through?
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
got a ham radio working. Nice.
Yeah,
What?
pretty much.
Yeah, he sounds better than you, Graham.
Dude, okay, Coke Cam, why don't you roll back real hard on the mic jokes? Let's
Mr.
fucking
Scarlet.
Am I
hard
roboting
No,
again?
you're fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
hard
I need
pull
one every
back
week.
on that. Hard pass.
I was saying that I was talking shit about Graham. You should
Give
be
your
on
balls
my
a
side.
tug, you tit fucker. I love it. I love it.
He'll jump on my side every once in a while just to throw it up.
Oh shit! Yeah, Colt's jumping on Graham's side for once. It's fucking confusing.
Well, I like to throw off the viewers.
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
It keeps shit interesting.
Listen, I've got a good fucking interface. It's just not good for anything other than music.
But what do you need it for? I mean, you know.
All right. So okay. So Glenn Donaldson, for those of you who tuned in after we talked about it, apparently, well, we were talking about the cold weather and how the cold just kills you without knowing it, and Glenn Donaldson decided.
Okay, yeah, what I have is Raynaud's syndrome.
Yeah,
Raynaud is, and that's what, because of getting so much frostbite, that it's actually causes my hands, and just going in the fridge can cause them to go completely white, my fingernails.
Oh shit, I just have it from hereditary shit.
Well, I kind of have that. It's partially from that, but it's from.
Well, that'll cause the frostbite for sure.
Yeah, winter camping and stuff. But that winter camping thing was, we got a hunting camp way up in northern Canada.
Okay, so you guys were you guys wanted to go hunting. That's why you guys decided to go camping and like.
We were taking a trailer in, and see, the place is like 5 miles down a crushed gravel road, a mile down a snowmobile trail, and then we're 500 feet back in the bush. We're buried.
Just in the fucking holler.
Like way out in the middle of fucking nowhere. But anyway, so you can't. We were taking a trailer in there, a little 14-foot. Like,
you guys could have died and no one would have known.
No, nobody would have. We were trying to take the trailer in there, and you can't get it in the summertime because you have to have a big 4x4 to get down the roads. So we took it in the wintertime when it was nice and, frozen. All the puddles are frozen. Well, the trailer broke through.
That's fun.
It got hung up in the ice in the thing that far in the bush. We couldn't. It took us 2 days to get the trailer off of the snowmobile trail. So we had to stay there because going down the trail, we had the truck in front of the trailer.
Was it like a mild winter until then? Is that why it broke through? Or?
Yeah, it's only supposed to be around like now I don't know Celsius, right? I'm Canadian, so it's only supposed to be around -2, so it'd be like 30 degrees.
Yeah, that's I think 30. That's like 28 or 30 somewhere around there.
It shouldn't be, it's cold, but it's not that bad.
Oh.
But cold snap kicked in and hit us, and it dropped like. By nighttime, it had dropped to like -15 for us. I'm not sure what that ends up in.
I know -40 is -40.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
But
when you get the minuses past like 20, it's pretty close.
Okay, so it was -22 that night we were out there, which is cold, fucking cold. So we couldn't even take the truck to get out of there because we had this truck behind us in the road.
Oh,
so
man.
we stayed there for basically 2 days to free the trailer from the puddle it had fallen in. We had to use axes because it had refrozen the trailer
axes?
into the puddle.
Wait a minute. So you guys weren't even planning to camp. Like this wasn't.
No, we weren't really even planning. We had stuff because we were going up. We figured, okay, maybe spend the night, but we got the cabin down the road. We couldn't even get to that. And you can't leave in the middle of the snowmobile. Somebody comes down the trail. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Flying down 60 mile an hour down a trail into the back of a trailer that's parked in the middle of the snowmobile trail. We had to move it. We had to be there to get it out. Well, what we did was put a come-along on it and flipped it over on its side off the trail so we could get the truck turned around and out of there to get home. But we were up there for like 2 days trying to get ourselves
very strangely erotic.
So that's why I'm saying like -22. You're not really camping. You're just trying to survive at that kind of temperature.
No, like that. Yeah, when you go camping in it, because that's what I was saying for me. If you go out in that temperature for like 5-10 minutes, yeah, you're fine.
Yeah,
fuck camping. Fun, dude. No, dude, fuck camping. Fuck being out there all night.
How did you guys survive?
Yeah, and who blew?
By spooning my buddy in the back of that.
Exactly.
We had a heater. We had one of those, the little Coleman propane heaters. It's got that little.
Yeah. You're breaking a pact right now.
It looks like a sunflower, kind of.
Yeah, but you can only use that thing for, 15-20 minutes at a time, and you shut it off, or you're just breathing fumes all night in a little that in the cold. You're not waking up in the morning.
Dude, I'll take carbon monoxide over fucking hypothermia.
I don't know.
Like I would rather die from carbon monoxide than die by freezing to death.
What really happened?
Yeah, just going to sleep gently, just kind of closing your eyes and fading away. Be a lot better. like somebody was saying earlier about burning. Fuck that.
Yeah. Okay. So, I mean,
did you feel like you were in danger at all? Like, were you scared?
Yeah, there was a couple of times. There were some times in there. By the second day, you're like, "Fucker, what are you gonna do, man? We can't get." We ended up saying, "Screw it, just dump the trailer on its side." What
did you guys do?
Get home.
Dude, yeah, at that point when survival instincts kick in, I probably wouldn't even like try to pull the trailer out. I'd probably come down that fucking come down that hill doing like 25 miles an hour and just fucking slam into it with the truck just to get it out of the fucking water.
It was Buddy's truck. He had bought it. Literally, it had 500 kilometers on it.
Oh my god!
It was a brand new truck. Like it hadn't even broken in yet.
He was more worried about his truck than his life.
Yeah. I want to know what talk you guys had when you're like, hey, I think we're gonna die here. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
how do you approach
You're
that
breaking
situation
a pack,
with a friend?
bro.
How do you approach that where it's like, dude, we need to strip down to our skivvies and just fucking hold each other?
No, it wasn't down to skivvies, man.
I mean, totally naked.
Going to bed. You're climbing in your sleeping bag with your like big winter boots, like the socks from the inside. You're wearing snow pants and
you got 3 people in a sleeping bag.
You're not.
Oh man, that's poor heat economy. What you should have done is use the clothes to stuff the sleeping bag and then huddle together. That way the body
totally
heat
naked.
keeps each other warm. Not totally naked. You can keep the skivvies on. That's
I'm
kind of a weird thing where people are like, you got to get completely naked, and I go, I'm pretty sure my boxers don't insulate that much.
Yeah, see, it's a little different when I explain the story, but when you just drop the line, I went camping and spooning with my buddy.
Yeah, so you were spooning. See, I'm fishing. So we're getting somewhere. Go with it.
Have you sold the movie rights yet?
Yeah. Are you breaking confidentialities with your buddies right now? No?
Because this is like halfway Brokeback Mountain, halfway 72 hours, where it's like...
Or the movie Alive with the soccer players in the mountain.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Wow, they already made a movie about that?
Yeah, about half the guys dying, half of them getting eaten the other half.
This sounds like there's way more gay sex. I want to hear it. Let's go.
It's about the Brazilian or the Argentinian soccer team that crashed in the mountains.
Maybe they crashed in the mountains.
Okay. I was thinking the Indian team that was stuck in the caves.
You already know the defensive players got eaten first.
We joked about
for
it.
Sure.
That would
use them as
fuck
fuel.
You up.
There's a lot of
fuck
fuel
you up
there.
forever, man.
Would you have eaten one of your friends?
I mean, no one wants to eat a midfielder, right?
True.
Did you think about that?
That lean meat.
Yeah, could you imagine how gamey those soccer players were?
Could you imagine how
like
gamey
super
you would
into
be?
Cardio. Dude, I would be all tendon. Like
eating cold would be like eating an overcooked chicken wing.
Yeah, I feel like
eating frog legs.
I feel like it would take them more calories to kill me because I'm super squirrely than they would gain from eating me.
But you would die first just from being like, you.
No. I would kill first just by being me.
No, you die.
I can't breathe.
Yeah, you're going to cannibalism right out of the gate.
Oh,
Yeah,
immediately. The second we run out of Slim Jims, I go, all right.
I can't
It's fucking time. Let's do
I'd love to
this.
see you freeze
I
in
can't
place.
believe I'm in a fucking. I can't believe I'm in a fucking chat right now with Jerry and Wayne, Detroit and Philly. What the fuck?
Oh, true. You want to make this about hockey?
This, talking about hockey. This is some bullshit. Why?
His friend's ass and you're talking about
Oh fuck! They almost outnumber us, guys. Let's talk about something
pretend
other than
that like
hockey.
Jonathan Taves and Patty Kane's still relevant? Okay.
I think they're not. Outnumber you all the way here. I gotta bounce, guys.
All right, later, Concrete. Have a good one.
Adios, everybody. Have a lovely evening.
Yeah, you guys have a good night. I'm gonna get out of here too.
All right, brother.
All right,
Glenn, stop getting trapped out in the wilderness.
Yeah.
Stay warm, buddy.
Also, Glenn, I haven't seen your name around much. Where did you come from?
I'm Buddy Hempseed on the ELR.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Nice.
And yeah, so I don't know, half the shit's in my name and half of it's in that.
There you go.
I've been following Wayne for 3 years now.
Yeah. Well.
You unfortunately know most.
Okay.
Actually, well, we've chatted in the chats. A year and a half ago, we were laughing about making a vapable cleaner.
That sounds close.
And then Concrete did it.
Talking about that one time a vapable cleaner, and then 6 months later there were vaping Tide Pods.
That's weird because Coke Can's all about making unvapable e-juice.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
That's real weird, boys. New profile for me.
It's all right. Cassandra's all about improving your immune system.
Do the purple one. Do the purple one, Fabuloso.
Okay, improving your gag reflexes and improving your immune system.
I'm basically allowing more men to please Colt. You know, that's what I'm doing. Removing their gag reflex.
More men
Anyone
to
have to
come in
link
your
to
ass.
that episode where Wayne reviews Cassandra's marshmallow?
Yeah,
Dude, that was a good recipe.
Which one?
That was a good.
It was
It was a good recipe, and he annihilated its pussy.
Yeah,
he
it was,
did,
it was a decent recipe because of the fucking graham cracker clear.
Yeah, and the chat.
No, the graham cracker made it great.
Yeah, and the fucking comments proved that Wayne's stupid and he doesn't know anything. So big time, big shouts to everyone that supported me in the chat.
Dude, I'm fucking pumped that we're gonna get another fucking show going.
Yeah.
Bro.
Wait, what the fuck is
that?
what is that all about? What's happening?
I don't know. I don't know.
No,
Apparently,
no one knows, but let's be honest. Do you think Wayne's like secretly actually happy not doing multiple podcasts?
Also, real quick, when was the last time you like heard of one of Wayne's shows?
Never.
Exactly. I feel like going away from the live platform, he lost a lot of momentum that he was building up.
No, I think
he started doing
he
his.
just made that right up now. Just now.
Well, no, but he
Wayne
started doing his more other live shows that Wednesday vape drama, Keemstar bullshit, and like instantly, it's back to in the mix levels. Instantly.
Well, you got to create that shit. You know,
It's
wait for
like
it to happen.
the live shows is where I don't know. It just
I like the live shows. That's what drew me in.
they're fun. They're fun.
Yeah, I'm a podcast listener.
Viewers enjoy being able to interact with people, get their
my main thing is
hold up. Let's listen to a fan, Glenn. What's
I was a big fan of In the Mix. I really like the way the interaction of all the guys stuff. Even though it's not always talking about vaping, it was still
okay. So
what was your favorite iteration of In the Mix? Was it pre Manson era? Was it the golden era? I call that the Manson era was the golden era.
The Manson era was the golden era,
and that or the Shindo Concrete era.
What about me, bitch? I was on that shit for a fucking minute, dude.
You showed up for like 3 episodes, my dude.
I'd say Shindo Concrete.
Damn.
Okay.
Really?
Okay.
I thought the Manson era was the best.
I'd say
the one who still misses.
I don't want to fanboy, but Skittles was the main one.
Okay,
what
Glenn.
can I say? I'm a draw. I'm the main draw.
Glenn, big question here. Big question. What was the better show, beginner blending, or In the Mix?
Well,
he's gonna ask what beginner blending was.
Said,
Here it comes.
I've never heard of that.
That was probably
one.
me.
That was what?
Before I came around.
No, it wasn't.
No. If you've been following Wayne for beginner blending was about 2 years ago.
No, it wasn't.
No, it's about 3 now, I think.
Yeah, it was 3 now.
No, it wasn't.
because beginner blending ended before I moved into my apartment. I've lived in my apartment.
Yeah,
for like 2.5 years.
I did my first year in the mix in my old house.
No, it's been going by quick.
Yeah, dude.
No.
Everything is.
Wait, so is Wayne doing a new show? Because if so,
Discord's already like we've had the Discord for like over 2 years now.
Yeah. I need to know what day I need to be off work. That's the big question.
It will be a Thursday probably. Okay, that's what it sounded like.
Thursday's prime time for shows, dude. It's just
big
prime time.
It's actually, you know what? We need to move the date of this show or whatever. Get off this fucking. There's like 7 shows going on right now.
What?
And, yeah, there's all kinds of shows going on.
Cole, when are you bringing me on that new stupid show you
developed?
guys are doing?
You know what, dude?
If you could put out a good recipe,
that, right?
Wait, what?
You realize that show was for you initially.
Bring me on the.
Get a hold of me. 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 Get a hold of me.
Oh yeah, that's right. You did say that a bunch.
Yeah, like over and over again.
And honestly, I was tired of like directing a show, so Folk Art's taking the lead on this one.
That's fine. I don't want to direct. I was sick of. I couldn't. That was why beginner blending died, because I couldn't fucking handle directing it anymore.
Yeah, well, let these other dudes take control of it. I mean, I heavily influenced the final decision of the show's format.
Here's what it is. We went into it thinking no stress whatsoever at all. None. If you can be here, you can be here. If you can't, you can't. If you can add to it, you can add to it. If you can't, you can't. Don't, there's like 9 people on it, so it's whatever.
When do you guys record it?
During the week, whenever.
Like Tuesdays and Saturdays, we'll usually record.
Oh, that's
shows.
perfect. I'm fucking never working those days. Let me know when you guys are doing it.
But
yeah,
no,
we'll
like we were discussing what format we wanted the show to be. They wanted it to be like a live show where we break down a
Even if it's
recipe
not...
and make a recipe. And I talked to Wayne, and well, me and Graham talked to Wayne, and we came out of it like, yeah, I think like 15 minutes of produced content and then a live discussion. Is probably
I think you should
like a follow up.
That was my thing. Is you should do both, because I saw.
Yeah, we are.
I watched through both of the finished products. Like I watched like the Zoom room discussion of it, and then the cut up version. I hated the cut up version.
Yeah, same.
Have you watched it again though? He's getting better at it. I mean,
it's his first try. Like I totally believe he can get
the
better.
The first one was way too quick. Yeah. The first one was way too quick, but it was funny as shit.
Like no, don't get me wrong. I think you can get. I totally I see what you're trying to do with it. That's why I'm saying you should do both.
Yeah, we are.
A 15-minute segment of like, okay, here's how we did it for people who that's all they're here for, but for someone who like me who is like, no, I want to see what you went through to make that conclusion.
Right. So I'm actually considering doing that for a Patreon. Instead of relying on Google monetization and endorsements,
fair.
We do a Patreon
but I'd watch it.
Where we do like a 15-minute produced show, but if you're a patron for a fucking $1 a month.
I like that idea. I like what I also like the idea Wayne was saying. Do both. Do both.
Yeah, that was my 2 cents. Was
because there's no reason to not. There's no reason to not monetizing YouTube, because it's not that kind of show. Like it's not like we're out of control or whatever.
Yeah, but it's still an adult. It's an adult audience show because it's about vaping.
Yeah.
Right. So you do both.
Like we have plausible deniability on this one because we have an 11-year-old on a video every now and again, so we can be like, oh, it's not an adult show. Look, here's a video of an 11-year-old.
Yeah.
Did you not see that? Hold up, Jerry. Jerry, did you or Coke Can? Did you not see that?
No.
You're pretty bad. You just say that.
Oh fuck,
oh, man.
Bro. How did? Okay. Here you go. Glenn, I'm not sure if you saw this either, but here we go. Let's go.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit, yeah, dude. Yeah.
We got Lil Mac over here.
She didn't agree with us.
Oh, she gets fucking rocked, dude. She's dead. Like, rest in peace, dude. Rest in peace.
Not dead though. That's the scary part. She got right up from that.
Rest in peace, boys.
Oh, God,
that dude was in the right though. The motherfuckers were going nuts on him.
He's in the right.
No, actually, it looks more like he's in the left.
Oof.
Look at him. Look at that connection.
Look at these. Look at the feet shift. Look at the feet shift,
dude. Yeah, like he knows what's up.
You know how
he got the fucking. He got them fucking. He got them fucking Walmart boot cuts on. Like boy, ready. You know what I'm saying?
That dude has a punching bag in his garage.
Oh my God. Are you guys ready for 6'5" white guy versus Mayweather?
He'd probably knock the shit out of Mayweather. Honestly. I mean,
boxing's
that girl's not that big.
The second you put on gloves, it's not the same.
That girl's not much bigger than Mayweather, though. She's fucking.
Mayweather's not much bigger than that girl, you mean?
I mean, he's not much bigger than Mayweather. Fuck off. You fucking horse shit.
Yeah, I'm
don't linger longer, me.
Excited for a new in the mix.
Seems like a good ending point.
Yeah, it feels like the show's a little bit wet, a little bit end.
A little wet noodle.
A little bit wet noodle. A little bit slippery. A little bit slimy. It's midnight.
I swing for the fences.
That's about 2 hours even, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Skittles, when we smashing?
Dude, I'm getting it in tomorrow.
All right.
The Switch will come in tomorrow. I'm gonna get the Smash. I'm gonna look into capture cards.
All right, dude.
I'm bad. Like I lost more than a couple fucking rounds to level 5 CPU.
It's all right, dude. I won my local. I'll boot camp you. right?
There's gonna be a new segment on No Life where it's just me trolling people in Gmod. So Jerry's seen it.
Yeah, it's pretty much just like, don't shoot, don't shoot, don't shoot.
Honestly,
Don't
everyone
shoot.
should just get a
Don't
Switch
shoot.
and play
Don't
Smash
shoot.
with us.
Don't shoot, don't shoot.
But
Don't
I
shoot.
guess that's the show for everybody watching. Thanks for coming on and telling your story, Glenn.
Yeah,
it's a good one.
Highlight
It's a good
him.
one. Hey,
Yeah.
hey,
Take
Graham,
care,
that's
Glenn.
how you book a guest that's interesting.
Oh, what?
Find a knob in the crowd, bring them on. Okay. Thanks for having me on, man. That was fun.
Yeah, man. No
Yeah,
problem.
Thanks, man.
No
Thank
problem.
you
Again.
for coming on.
I feel like we lucked out. You were an awesome guest.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Great, man.
You didn't
All right.
just eat a Big Mac and listen to Ludacris.
Hey, listen, that was a hooker. That launched us.
All right, have a good night, man.
Yeah, that is the difference between a guest and a hooker, I guess.
They're both guys in your case, right?
All right, so thank you guys for tuning in. We'll be back on tomorrow, next week, February 6th, to discuss whatever happens that month. We didn't even discuss the title of the show. Roger Stone got arrested.
Yeah, we should have talked about that.
shit.
About a day after last week's episode, and I really wanted to cover it, but I was in Ohio. But Roger Stone got arrested,
And the
it's-
whole world found out that he's a fucking fanatic.
yeah, and it was one of the biggest arrests in the Trump campaign debacle. So that's the news for that. How do you guys feel about it? Did he deserve it?
Yeah, he deserves it.
Yes.
It looks
Jerry?
like he deserves it. He's always deserved it.
Jerry, Matthew says yes.
Yeah, probably.
Matt, Coke
He
can,
looks
I don't-
shady
I don't
after-
know- I don't
He
know.
deserves it.
Shindo.
Anyone who likes Richard Nixon that much.
Hey, he deserved it. There we go. All right,
He's
thank
like-
you guys for tuning in. Outro music, go. Outro music, go. Outro music.
Blackhawks suck.
Outro music, go. There we go.
Alright, I'm out. It's late.
Good night.
Try those chefs. Like, yeah, get anything from chefs. They're all fantastic.
Will do.
Outro music. Let's go.
Outro music's going, all right?
Who's this crowd?
Are
What's
you
this?
drunk? Are you drunk?
Try it.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh, not yet.
I'm pretty drunk. You know what I mean? It's okay.
Pretty drunk. I'm pretty
Let's get this. Probably the biggest
best
Smash
voice.
tournament of the year.
Wait for the fucking shit I've been